Good evening, radio fans, and welcome back to another episode of Davey Max Tales from the Satellite. I'm the little Carby to our big superstar, Big Carby, the one, the only, the beautiful Eastside Dave McDonald.
Thank you, Robert. I talked to my Patreons. Well, I talked to the $5 Dogsy tier. The $5 Dogsy tier on patreon.com. They get the special Davey Max Tales from the Q&A, which we do every once in a while. It's a fun little spin-off of this show, a little bit, 10 to 15-minute episodes where I discuss a little stuff. And I gave them the heads up that this is going to be a very, very fun episode. We're all excited for this. I already was prepping with listening to some of the audio that I found on YouTube and whatnot. Oh, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if we found the same audio to discuss.
Yeah. We'll see.
Normally,
we'll see. But the point is, we did so many fantastic commercials on the Ron and Fez show. Live reads, I suppose, is the proper vernacular for radio.
That is what we're doing today, yeah.
And we decided, let's take some of those, but most notably, I don't go... Okay, so of all the shows that are highly successful, did I tell you, Davey Max Sports Program, all the upticks are upticking. The downloads just on the MP3 with the iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon Music, they're all up. Our YouTube's up a little. Everything's up. So I'm enjoying this, folks. So let's keep this going. Make sure you're dialed into the Davey Mac, the Eastside Dave universe. Follow me on all of the social medias at Eastside Dave. There you get your programming notes, so on and so forth. But what we decided with this thing is, hey, let's do a little bit of the live read thing. Specifically, Carby. That's what I was going to say. I can't go one Davey Max Sports Program without someone says, can you do a Carby? Can your guys' show get sponsored by Carbonite? Which, by the way, I still don't know what that product is. I have no idea.
Yeah, so we are going to talk about Carbonite, which is one of the three products. The other two live reads I focused on was Luminance.
Luminance were great.
It was a great one, and then Penny Stock Chaser was my personal favorite. And of the three, only Carbonite still exists and was proven not to be a scam.
All three of these things, I don't know what the fuck they are. Penny Stock Chaser sounds like something Leonardo DiCaprio is in charge of in Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. Luminance sounds like some kind of fucking extraterrestrial takeover of the government or something. The fucking Pentagon is going to leak out that aliens are real. And as far as Carbonite, I mean, that was what Han Solo was frozen in Empire Strikes Back. Like,
somebody did bring that up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was frozen in Carbonite. C-3PO, oh, he should be well protected. He's in Carbonite, if he survives the freezing process, that is. So I'm really excited for this because these live reads were fucking always really fun. Obviously, we wrote nothing for these live reads. Well, actually, real quick, just let me say this real quick before we get into this, because our last two Davey Max Tales from the Satellite episodes were about the Super Bowl. There were two Super Bowl specials, and the Super Bowl has come and gone, and my former New York football giant, the guy who was the best player on our team, just led our biggest division rival to the fucking Super Bowl. Not to the game, but to a championship. The second Eagles Super Bowl championship in franchise history, Saquon Barkley has now made the Eagles a multiple-time Super Bowl champion by getting their second ring. The Giants on fucking HBO, John Mara says if he goes to Philly, if Saquon goes to Philly, I'm going to have a hard time sleeping at night. Not only did John Mara, that pussy, let the fucking inept douchebag Joe Shane fucking not re-sign Saquon for some mysterious, insane, stupid reason. But on top of that, Robert, Joe Shane does let Saquon Barkley go to the Giants. And while Saquon, wasn't awesome on the ground, at the end of the day, he got 90 yards, all-purpose yards, between receiving the ball and running the ball, which is exactly why Davey Mack said, I fucking love Saquon. He's a modern-day Marshall Faulk. Oh, what happened, Robert, when the Indianapolis Colts, for some stupid reason, let Marshall Faulk go to the Rams in the late 90s? That's an actual question, Robert. What happened?
Well, they beat the Tennessee Titans to win the Super Bowl with a guy from the AFL. Yeah.
All that happened was the Rams developed into the greatest show on turf and immediately won a fucking Super Bowl. Here we are 25 years later, and the Giants have repeated this nightmare. Joe Shane has repeated this nightmare, and John Mara, the softest, weakest, Mr. Burns lookalike pussy in NFL ownership, has destroyed this franchise. Congratulations. What a Super Bowl. Congratulations to Philadelphia Eagles. I know Ronnie B, right? Big Philly fan. So congratulations to Ron. Listen, you know me. I love the city of Philadelphia. I visited Philadelphia. My mom gave us a very deep love for Philly because of all the American Revolution history. Yeah, all this shit. We used to live in Pennsylvania for just a little bit, and Bucks County. And she gave us a love of the American Revolution and so on and so forth, even though she's a New York gal. We would make little fucking trips to Philadelphia and stuff. I got no issues with with Philadelphia. I like the Phillies because I fucking hate the Mets, and I hate all the Mets fans because I'm a Yankees fan. So I always root for the Phillies to win the NL East. I can't root for the Eagles to win the NFC East because they're a rival of the Giants. So congratulations to the Benningtons for their Super Bowl win, but to the New York Football Giants and to John Mara and Joe Shane, I fucking hate you for the rest of your fucking lives, and I hope karma fucks you in the ass hard. That's my little diatribe. Now back to our regular scheduled commercials.
No, it's kind of funny how you can see those trends, and I think the idea of destroying a live read for the sake of entertainment and realizing if people enjoy the commercial for your product, they're going to check it out is something that maybe they weren't the first to do, Ron and Fez, but were probably the best to do and really run with it.
I'm sure, in some way, well, listen, let me think about it because Howard didn't do it. He went straight by the book.
Absolutely.
And I think O&A kind of, live read was just give them a piece of paper. They're going to read it real quick. And then that's pretty much it. Right. O&A didn't do a lot unless maybe Anthony, something struck him funny. He'd go into an impression. But even
then it was pretty much the impression was doing the read. It wasn't like mocking the product or anything.
Yeah. But Ron and Fez, definitely. We did all this shit and it was all off the cuff. Like, obviously. Not one goddamn thing can be written on this. The only thing that was written was the talking points for these stupid products that I still don't know what they accomplish.
And I think that's the beauty of it then. If you're a listener and you go, I just got to know what this is about. And you go, oh, I could actually use this. It's led people. Like, it did its job. But you do kind of see that wake today. Like, one of my favorite podcasts was Come Town. And that's how they would do their live reads. And the numbers would soar. Because it was just people entertained it. Yes, it did break up the podcast, but it was still enjoyable. It wasn't just like, all right, now I'm going to switch. And I mean, truly, I think you could see that whole wake throughout pretty much every industry, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, it's just another way to have a little fun. And at the end of the day, if you're a live read, like if you're a company and you purchase advertising in the form of a live read, it's to your benefit if the people start going into business for themselves, as long as they don't completely shit all over the product.
Well, it's interesting you say that.
But I mean, they even if they have fun with the product.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. And it's truly like an improv setup. If you think about it, it's a title, it's a location, and you just get to run with it.
Yeah,
And
in
it
some
almost
ways it is.
inspires creativity.
It was my way to feel like I'm now at UCB. I'm one of those for you non-New York comedy fans. That's the what is that, Robert? The Upright Citizens Brigade.
It was until they all just started raping.
Yeah, that was a show, but actually it's like a comedy improv school or group in New York City that everyone who goes to Saturday Night Live comes from UCB. And
Yeah,
it's like it's basically like a college for comedy. UCB. Oh, I was in UCB. Oh, you were in UCB. Oh, well, I didn't know you were. Oh, yeah, he's in. She's in UCB. Oh, fucking what the fuck do I care? UCB. Most of these fucking UCB people couldn't hold my fucking jockstrap, yo.
Yeah, Rob and Davey Mack graduated from the street.
Whoa. I didn't say Robert. It would be a very wise investment for your career if you actually did attend UCB. Okay.
I do think there was a lot of rape. Like during the Me Too movement, I think it's gone. Like I truly think it was just a hierarchy of like a sexual cult at one point.
UCB is gone?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that.
Hey, listen, speaking of controversy, I have a controversial topic that goes into what we're talking about here today. Advertisement, sponsors, live reads, and whatnot. So just make a mental note for me to get to that, because I don't want to get into it now because it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Okay.
We're on a flow here. But you, as the producer, must remember this, because it's a good I got an interesting little behind the scenes story that no one really knows, I don't think.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to it. Before we get into the first one, which I think is truly the best example I found of just kind of improv out of the blue, just running with a almost stream of consciousness into something, is Fez, it seems to be, is the one in charge of getting all the live reads done.
Yeah.
How did it actually work behind the scenes?
Oh, no, you are right. Fez was we always had to put the live reads in front of Fez. That was going to be Fez's territory, Fez's thing. And most of these live reads, I seem to start out, just pretty normal. Like at least my tenure there. Remember, I started with Ron and Fez show, officially Sirius XM Satellite Radio, was hired in 2005. And they started in 2005, but they started, I think, in September, and I was hired officially in December 2005. And I feel like early on, 2005, 2006, 2005, holy fuck. I was hired 20 years ago. It's 2025. Yeah, what? That just fucking dawned on me right now. Now that is fucking weird. I was literally hired by Sirius XM and Ron and Fez 20 years ago. Oh my God. That is fucking insanity. So I'm celebrating my 20th anniversary of satellite radio and my 11th anniversary of getting kicked out of satellite radio. Anyway, moving on. Fez was definitely the live read man. And I think that was usually a time where Ronnie B, like to, just get out of the studio for a second, get some air, do whatever you have to do. Do whatever people do.
Deep question. In the old days, is it true he would run into another room and smoke a cigar out the window for 3 minutes? Like he would tell Fez
at XM for sure.
Okay.
So let me specify. When I say that, I mean the building that was built for Opie and Anthony, Ron and Fez, and somehow the Frank's place. With Jonathan Schwartz. I don't know why. They had two of the most raucous shows ever. And then, and in the corner, Frank's Place with Jonathan Schwartz. That made absolutely no sense. But in any event, it was the 57th Street Studios, which really was the Animal House. That was where the fucking the most magic happened, because we had the least oversight. XM at the time really was based out of Washington, D.C. That was where the huge XM complex was, whereas Sirius was always in New York City on 48th Street. When we were on XM, Roddy B would go into the Ron and Fez office to smoke cigars.
That's awesome.
I mean, you could just open up the window.
I like it. It's bad boy of radio, right?
Yeah, I mean, no big deal. Like I said, I don't know what it is about me, but I don't drink coffee and I don't smoke cigars. I love the smell of coffee. I love the smell of cigars. Now, I don't know how the fuck that happens.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
No, but it's weird. Someone makes a nice cup of Joe in the morning. I'm like, damn, man, that's good. I've got a nice cup of Joe. And then I taste coffee. I go, this fucking shit sucks.
Nobody actually likes coffee. It's a
terrible.
style.
Like, are you telling me like you need caffeine? You're saying a nice Coca-Cola doesn't taste a million times better than coffee? I'm sorry, folks.
A sugar-free
That's the Davey
monster.
Mac hot take of the day. A Coca-Cola is a zillion times better than coffee. Regardless, I love the smell. And then when Ron smokes cigars, I love that smell. It almost makes me think of autumn, like a nice, like, I don't know why, but or maybe leaves burning or something, but it makes me think of autumn time.
I get that. Like, I'm not actually a fan of cocaine. I just love the smell.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
But so you do have a live read, and the way it works is it sounds like it's supposed to be about a minute long read that you buy in blocks, and there's a certain amount you have to do. We didn't have a time
limit. Oh wait, we did. Fez had a fucking clock. Fez used to have like a little like clock that would count down. Yeah, a timer. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ron and I must have fucked that up.
Well, I mean, no. So the way it would work is I actually took some marketing classes recently, but you sell it in minutes. So like you get a minute long read. Now, if you do more than a minute, that's up to you, but it has to be a minimum. So as long as you hit that number, and I think as we're about to witness every time he hits that number far beyond.
Oh yeah. That number doesn't stand a chance in hell, but he did have a timer to make sure that he hit the minute. So Fez was professional in this whole ordeal.
And I'm sure he hits the buzzwords. It's just very funny.
No, he's got the paper. He had the live read. He doesn't have to fucking worry about anything. He can look at the paper and read it.
He should be able to just look at the paper and read it. But as we see, it becomes so much more. So before
distractions, there were distractions.
Of course. And they're the best. But so as Fez is reading, at what point, let's be honest, part of his role now becomes to be the straight guy, because it's funnier the harder he tries to do the read, the more it gets off the rails. But at what point does he just kind of abandon, okay, this isn't going to be a normal live read, I gotta pivot? Is it the minute he sees Ron stay in the room, or is he just always trying to stay to it?
Well, no, he can't pivot. He's the straight man now. He is signed up for his role in this little comedic bit. So Fez is the guy who has to sit there, do the live read, and let whatever madness happens around him, and then get back into if it's like, and it's going to be 20% off if you use promo code Ron and Fez. And if someone's like, yeah, and make sure you don't fuck any dogs on the way or whatever, you'd be like, there's no dog fucking with this product. Thank you very much. So he's just, you just have to fucking shut everything down when you're in that role, but which is kind of a fun role to be in, by the way.
Oh, I could see that easily. I oftentimes find myself in that role, not so much in the things we do in other projects. Yeah. You kind of just encourage it. And the chaos. There is no straight man. I love it. One last question for you specifically. So obviously,
one last question. The fucking show we're going to do is like 17 minutes long.
Before we get to the first bit of Ron and Fez audio, to clarify, thank you. I'm not sure. I hope the audience knew that, but
fucking people on Patreon are going to have my head. I'm trying to pump up as much content as possible. Patreons, are they Patreons or patrons?
They're never remember. Patrons of your Patreon.
It's hard to fucking pronounce that word, patrons. Anyway. I try to do as much content for the patrons as possible, by the way, in case they've been noticing. But, I'm also dealing with all of the Davey Mac financial crisis of 2025, which, by the way, I'm fighting, again, due to the support of you guys. I have some positivity. Anyway, continue.
I shall. This is specifically for you.
Question.
You're a producer. So obviously you're not going to be the one to jump in on Fez's live read. Right? That wouldn't be your role. You have to kind of wait for Ron to initially do it. And we see throughout the examples that you're kind of the third man in. In hockey,
Correct.
you get a 1-game suspension, but on radio, you get the gold medal because you get to just come tag. How do you know it's about to be a Ron interruption?
Well, I mean, it's pretty. No, it's very simple. I'm not going to be talking at all during that live read until Ron literally looked at me and started calling me, for instance, Little Carby with the carbonite spots. And once he called me Little Carby, it's like, well, obviously I'm going to put on a little voice. I got to always have the same, they're
It is
all
kind of all the same voice.
Orange Head, Roberto, the different characters, Chipples. I like to think that they do have different voices because at the very least, they have different mentalities. And I do think that the different mentalities, unique mentality for each unique character gives them a slightly different voice. Nevertheless, Little Carby, his mentality was that of a little stupid fucking piece of carbonite, but really happy.
A lot of
I'm
tiny
have a nice, high, innocent voice, a really happy voice, and a really little friendly voice. I was also picturing, what was it? High C? Is it High C that's got the big, the pitcher? Oh, Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid
With
man.
the big fucking Kool-Aid man. So I always pictured Big Carby looking like that guy, only not a pitcher of Kool-Aid, just looking like a big, huge red monster, but similar. Like imagine if, Kool-Aid Man wasn't a pitcher, just a fleshy monster, and then Little Carby would just be a miniature version of that. That was in my mind, at least.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that's my visual for the Carbys.
I always pictured a big piece of like carbon and a little piece of carbon. Same idea though, like same size proportions.
We're okay. In your imagination, though, are they creatures?
They're talking pieces of rock, like almost the thing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I had more of a monster. They had eyes, arms, and legs type of deal.
Well, I could definitely see that, and I think what we should do here is obviously play one piece of Little Carby, and then we'll play the other piece of audio I was going to go into, which is, of course, the Luminescence commercial. Excellent. So we will talk a little bit about Luminescence after you hear a little bit about Carby and the fantastic product that makes my eyes Chinese, Luminescence. We'll be right back.
Carbonite.com. They are a company that has tripled in size. They're one of those rare companies doing well in this economy because they provide a superior product that solves a real-life problem.
Me, Carby, the Carbonite monster.
Yeah, there's no mascot, but what they do at Carbonite.com is they keep computer files safely backed up.
Good. Me like computer files.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yum, yum.
There's no worry, no complication.
Me worried.
No, there's no
This
worry.
too complicated.
No, there's no complication, and it won't take up your valuable time either with Carbonite.
Me got bad news. Little Carby, the Carbonite monster, him have eye cancer.
I'm going blind, Big Carby. I can't see a thing.
Me love Little Carby so much.
Where are you?
That really doesn't have anything to do with Carbonite.
He can't see me.
I keep bumping into walls.
The big news.
I'm so cute, but blind.
I took vision for granted, apparently.
The big news isn't Little Carby's eye cancer. It's that now Carbonite is available to protect Mac users as well as PC users.
Maybe if all the kids out there could clap their hands, Little Carby could feel better.
Clap. It's hard enough being a miniature monster. But now being blind.
Nobody needs to clap.
Clapping no work.
I can't see.
Just
This sure is a monster of a deal, though.
Just go to Carbonite.com.
You're still talking about that?
Yes.
When Little Carby's so sick? Oh!
This is the important stuff. It is affordable, less than
You're
$5.
the monster!
No, all right, get off of me. I'm trying to. Get off me. Stop, you're clobbering me to death. I'm trying to read about Carbonite.
Kill that fat
Carbonite. Ow, ow, my head! Ow! Carbonite, it's the smart insurance policy. Don't write on me, Big Carby! Stop it! Carbonite, it's a smart insurance policy for your cold water down my back! It is the smart insurance policy for your irreplaceable data. Bad things can happen to laptops, to your PCs, to your Macs. You can lose valuable computer files. If you're backing up with Carbonite at Carbonite.com, that's not going to happen.
Uh-oh. Carby no have eye cancer. Just some sleepies in his eyes.
Oh, I just brush them away. It's all better now. Oh, no! There go the taste buds. I can't taste anything anymore.
Nobody cares.
We're losing little Carby.
Back up all your photos, music, email, financial records, office documents, and other irreplaceable files with Carbonite. Recovering your lost files is easy. You get them back with just a few clicks.
Make it a Carbonite tonight.
Go to Carbonite.com, enter the offer code XM, and you can start a free trial today. And you get 2 free months if you decide to buy. Remember, that's Carbonite.com, and the offer code is XM. Try it free today at Carbonite.com.
Carbonite for all your carbon uses. Make it a Carbonite. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Luminance, it is the ultimate maximum strength nighttime weight loss formula. There's the key words there, people. Nighttime. Most weight loss drugs, they get you all amped up, they get you jittery, they get you shaky. Not Luminance. Luminance works the exact opposite way. It actually helps you get a good night's sleep. You're not going to be up bouncing off the walls or your eyeballs shaking back and forth in your head. With Luminance and its all natural ingredients, you're going to be getting a good night's sleep. And when you go to sleep from Luminance, then your metabolism goes to work. It helps your metabolism kick in. And with Luminance, it's going to help you get a good night's sleep. You're going to wake up refreshed and losing weight.
I took some Luminance and my eyes slanted like a Chinese person.
Luminance, if you want some rest,
You know why? I've also been eating a lot of rice and raw fish.
Well, Luminance is going to...
Straight out of the aquarium.
Luminance gets the metabolism going without getting you going out of your skin. That's the best part about it. And right now you can...
What's with the Asian eyes?
That I'm not
Pretty
sure
little
about.
Asian eyes. Pretty little Asian eyes.
Maybe you were just nodding off in the Luminance.
Don't get it. We are Siamese, if you please. We are Siamese, if you don't please.
Luminance, you can try it.
Luminance,
Okay.
it tastes good when I come. Every time I see Fez, he makes...
Luminance.
Me like you, Luminance. It tastes good.
There is no tie-in between Luminance and Chinese eyes. You can try it.
You know what they say?
What?
All the best cowboys have Chinese eyes. You know who said that?
No, I don't.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Nobody else is very familiar with a little band called The Who and their guitar player.
Well, Luminance, you can
Who's the guitar player for The Who?
That is...
3 seconds! 3 seconds!
Pete Townsend.
Sorry, you did it in 3.5.
Damn.
Well, he had a little, an album called All the Best Cowboys Have Chinese Eyes. And you know what the #1 song on there was?
No.
Luminance Front. Luminance Front. It's a put on. It's a put on. It's a put on.
What?
Come and listen. Fez is doing reads.
This is Luminance, the
Luminance Front.
The nighttime weight loss formula.
Luminance Front. It's a put on. It's a put on.
Try it risk-free. Here's the phone number.
Slit skirts. Janie never wears those slit skirts.
The number is 1-800-430-7765. That's 1-800-430-7765. Luminance is safe and effective.
I took some Luminance. The next morning, I could bench 560 pounds.
All right, well, Luminance is going to help you with weight loss and getting a good night's sleep. It's not designed to add strength.
Well, don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
The day before, I could bench the same thing. Fucking power bench. Here's Fez's song. Go ahead, Fez. Do you read?
Luminance.
Dun, dun,
The ultimate weight loss bedtime
Ultimate
formula.
Warrior. All my warriors.
It is the nighttime weight loss drug. Get the rest you deserve.
What if you work third shift?
You can still use it when you go to sleep. Get the rest you deserve and try Luminance today, risk-free. Here's the number again. 1-800-430-7765. That's 1-800-430-7765.
Luminance. Luminance. If you want to get illuminated.
Or you can go to the website.
Type.
Miller and Stone.
Miller's Crossing.
Miller and Stone.
Did they do the movie Miller's Crossing?
No, they didn't.
Mistake.
Great movie.
Great movie, Luminance.
Seriously, Lumi.
Here's when I cried? When Luminance got killed.
Oh, yeah.
Look into your heart! I'm eating Luminance! Look into your heart!
He might not have got killed, though. You should rewatch Luminance Crossing. He might have survived it.
Did you ever watch the fucking last scene? He gets killed.
He said that he does it twice, I'm saying. He does it in the woods.
Yeah, and then he got fucking killed.
That's right.
All right, that's not
People
Luminance.
forget.
That's a movie. Luminance is the
He's Fez Watley!
it's the ultimate nighttime weight loss formula.
Hell yeah! People forget.
Try it today by going to
People forget about Fez Watley.
millerandstone.com for Luminance. And
Tight. Fezzy forgets.
and just know that
Fezzy forgets.
you're not going to have the shakes. It's so nice to be able to take
Luminance front.
a diet drug.
Luminance front.
Ow!
Luminance front.
Ow! Don't throw stuff at me. I'm talking about
Luminance
Luminance.
front. Put on. Put on. Chinese eyes. Chinese eyes.
Luminance has nothing to do with that.
Me like Illuminance. Luminance front. Luminance front.
Luminance, not ruminants. Ow!
It's put on.
That took out an elbow.
Come and have some luminance and get some sleep.
You're gonna get the rest you deserve with
Oh,
Luminance.
stop it, voice whore. Join the party.
Dance to kill.
Let's do Fez naked dancing to this again.
Dance to
It's risk-free. It's
They're
safe
already
and
done.
effective.
What do they pay you, $1 million? How long do they get a fucking read for? 60 seconds, right?
Yes.
Then get it in 60. It was like a 7-minute read for Luminance.
Well, there was talk of Miller's Crossing.
Well, tighten it up. Do some editing. Look at the fucking stupid drumming that Dave's doing.
It's kind of like a Casey and the Sunshine Band
Yeah.
type of deal.
I think to drum like that, you would need 2 different drum kits.
I did. I had some.
He doesn't know that happens.
This is a floor tom, by the way, over here. And then I'm hitting the snare over here. So I'm going, boom.
Luminance front. Put on, put on, put on. Luminance sucks.
Front.
Luminance sucks. Luminance sucks. Put on. It's a put on. When we do this, when we take a little break.
Great song.
Yeah. What more are you going to do?
So much better than Rough Boys.
Rough Boy's a little gay. I want to bite and kiss you.
That was, that was the
Little
gay
gay.
period.
You ever hear that song, Rough Boys?
No, I don't think I did.
Reminds me of you. It's fucking 100% reminds me.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Robert. We're back, aren't we?
We are. Thank God. Can you see me? Unlike little Carby.
Oh, yeah.
Right away, Ron hits one of my favorite notes and says, "Oh no, little Carby has cancer." And instantly he's no longer the monster and turns Fez into the monster. Even yells that at one point, "You real monster." God, what a brilliant way to just derail an ad. But to this day, people are still talking about Carbon.
The Carbonite reads were fantastic. I mean, my God, it was complete insanity because I don't think Carbonite, again, whoever that company was, I don't think they had any idea what was happening either. We never got any notes. You know, and like sometimes in radio, not sometimes, you're supposed to get notes. In other radio jobs and stuff, like when I've done live reads, you know, first you actually have to usually you have to send every live read to the company. So when, you know, and I'm pretty sure Earl was pulling these live reads. And so, you know, usually you send them to a place and the company's like, oh, they love what you're doing. Or they'll say like, well, maybe rein it in a little bit, or, you know, so on and so forth. We didn't hear anything from the Carbonite people. They did no response whatsoever.
One of two thoughts there, right? Either you're killing it and they're like, don't mess with success, right? We don't need to look into what they're doing, whatever it is, it's working. Or they just didn't give a shit. They had a budget they had to get rid of, and
yeah,
we're like,
I mean, it was probably the latter. Like they just, you know, there's got to be a reason the company's out of business. I'm suggesting that they're Carbonite's still alive.
Carbonite's going strong. Carbonite is the one company that you guys did that is crushing it right now.
Then obviously advertising pays off. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. The power of advertising on the radio. They always tell you to do it, and then there you go. Carbonite still around, still dominating. No one knows still what the fuck they do.
And I mean, to be honest, your role here is whatever you producer, entertainer dreams of. You just yes and you get to crush it. You have great lines the whole time. I can't see. I didn't value my vision.
Help!
Like
I can't see, Mr. Big Carby. The cancer has taken my eyesight away from me. And I don't even know what the Carbonite product even does when I think about it, Big Carby. I love you so much, Big Carby. You're my hero, Big Carby. Yeah, one day, Big Carby, let's go have lunch. Couple of nice monsters in New York City having some lunch together. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun, Big Carby.
Yeah, that was those were good times.
you have two parts there that made me laugh out loud. One is when you have finally irritated Fez to the point that he breaks even trying to be the nice guy. You go, I have no taste. And he goes, no one cares. And just keeps doing his read. The second is you go, I must have taken my vision for granted. And that made me almost spit out my drink earlier when I was listening to it. So that's
those are fucking. We should have just done a whole episode on the air of live reads. We should have told companies we're gonna make. See, this is why I'm the man, because I literally just thought of a fucking brilliant idea right here on Tales from the Satellite, just like World's Fastest Wedding or Ichiban. Boom. You want to see why the Dave Man's the man? There you go. We could tell every company, right? We're gonna do, 2 to 3 minute live reads and literally solicit business. And have a whole special of live reads where it's like Saturday Night Live, where we have one fucking huge Saturday Night Live of sketches that revolve around live reads, even including doing musical numbers. Like you bring in a Roy Harder or, well, for those days, a Paranoid, a Sleeves. You say, can you do a musical song on this product? Can you do a musical song on that product? And make it a fucking Saturday Night Live episode of Ron and Fez or the Bennington Show, only using live reads. And you make sure you go out, and those companies are buying that time, because this is going to be a fucking classic. And again, the great thing about what we're doing right now with podcasts, I don't know if it's still that same way with satellite radio, is the replay. Yeah. Podcast advertising is fucking fantastic, because you buy one goddamn fucking commercial, that shit is on that episode until the end of time. So this would be huge. You would get business out of it. You'd get some sponsorships out of it. And you would create a fucking special Saturday Night Live type of thing where it's all sketches and music and comedy revolving around these products. This could be done.
This is brilliant. I mean, if you
This is fucking brilliant. You know what? We're doing it. You get us some fucking companies. I gave the fucking idea for free to these people. They're not going to do it. That wasn't
smart.
They're not. Well, A, it wasn't smart. It was really stupid on my part. It was dumb.
We should have talked about that off air.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a jackass when it comes to business. I just happen to be one of the most creative people you'll ever meet in your entire fucking life. This is proven. It's called ADHD and ADD. I can't help it. I am an idea man. It's happened every fucking gig I've ever gone to. I've come up with so many ideas. It's upsetting sometimes how many ideas I have. This is a winner, though. I want this done.
I love that in every area, every aspect of your life, you get to play the heel, except for the one time you have an idea that can make us money and you turn into Mr. fucking Congeniality over here. Oh, I'm the people's champ here. No, but it's going to be a lot of Silk City hot sauce. A lot of us doing commercials for them.
Listen, we will do a 1 hour Silk City hot sauce episode if they will pay us for the hour. Now, remember, that's like, let's charge Silk City. If we're doing it for us, not Sirius XM, but for our podcast, I would charge a company $100 per live read.
That's pretty high.
So, and we'll say that $100 is for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
You want 2 minutes, $200. You want 3 minutes, so on and so forth. You want 5 minutes of a commercial read, $500. You want to buy a 60-minute episode of me and Robert talking about your product? Give us, what is that?
$6,000.
$6,000. And we will fucking do that for you. By the way, I actually think that's a good deal.
That's actually really not
we would be doing an hour-long infomercial for your product. I'm just throwing that out there, companies. Get in touch. You can get in touch with Davey Mac Shows at gmail.com, DaveyMacShows@gmail.com. Or if the Bennington Show wants me to produce this for them, I would do that for them free of charge, as long as SiriusXM pays me $50,000. Okay.
And Robert gets a 10% cut. I do like that. And the other thing I like is it does not matter the product. You're going to promote it regardless. Some are going to be successful, like we saw with Carbonite. Some are going to be the focal point of a lawsuit against the FDA about hidden ingredients in their products, like Luminance.
Listen, we had a couple weird ones. Luminance, don't forget, and I don't think, because I don't remember, I don't recall us doing any characters or sketches with Ashley Madison, so I'll bring it up here. But Ashley Madison was always a sketchy, shady fucking business. I'm sorry. Who wants it? No good. Hey, here's our website, so like we can ruin like lots of people's lives. The whole fucking. I think like the guy came on our show one day, came on the Ron and Fez show. Like,
ew.
Yeah, like the founder of Ashley Not that Ron Fez like asked him, like he was like he was they booked him for the show.
Him to come on the show. I think that's rape.
No, but they booked him on the show, and it was like, what is this? And the guy's like, how do you justify this, sir? Well, these are adults. These are consenting adults, so they're free to. Okay, what happens when the other people? Like, say there's a husband and wife and they're hooking up. What happens when the other wife and husband, what happens when they find out about that? Shattered lives? That's a fun, that's the goal of your website there?
Ideally, a double homicide, right?
What?
You said
what happens when you're talking about. You're going into Robert land.
There's somebody angry enough who got what I was saying, but I know what your point you're making. Ironically, that was some foreshadowing, because in the Jay Moore clip we are going to play before the next segment, he goes, I don't even know what Carbonite produces. I know what Ashley Madison produces.
Is that,
and like he takes a real shot at him. Yeah.
Jay Moore does?
Jay Moore.
And he's well, because he's happily married these days.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And
He's got Jeannie Buss, the Lakers fucking owner. When we called him last time, his goddamn numbers changed. An old Spanish woman answered the phone. I had to tell her, lady, did you steal Jay Moore's phone? Because he's going to get ice on your ass.
Either a Spanish lady picked up the phone or his impressions have gotten even better. But speaking of him, he is married to the owner of the Lakers who just got Luka, who apparently is ballooned up in weight. And that was the problem. He should have tried some luminescence, which was a sleeping product that was supposed to work at night. And right away,
that's what it was. You take luminescence at night, you go to sleep, and magically your body is going to fucking lose 10 pounds like you were running on the treadmill while passed out. It never made any sense.
No, and the favorite thing right away is Ron goes, I tried this and woke up with Chinese eyes. And you go, oh, yes, he hates this product. This is going to be a good one. Fez goes, it does not give you Chinese eyes. We do not know about that, and keeps reading. And then Ron will not let him get off that topic. Did you see more chaos from Ron when he specifically hated a product?
Oh, I think so. I think so. I mean, the carbonite things were real fun. I think that I'm not sure any of us knew what carbonite truly did, which is probably why these carbonite monsters came out of it and just talked nonsense. Luminescence was just snake oil.
Yeah.
So I do think that he was motivated to take the piss, as they say, out of any kind of snake oil product that was clearly fucking bullshit.
And I mean, what a way to just right away take a shot. And then he said the next thing he did that I personally thought was great was he said, I took this and woke up and could bench 560 pounds. And Fez goes, it doesn't do that. He goes, well, I could bench 560 before I took it. I just am great at benching, and just clearly being like, this product does nothing.
Why would Fez be upset at that? I mean, I would love a product that turns me into Superman overnight. I don't see why he was upset at that. I guess you have to tell people that because, yeah, if it is a live read, technically they can't expect to bench press 560 pounds the next morning.
But I like, as Ron was like, I'm going to take this down, I also want to tell the audience I can bench press a ton. I love it. And then obviously what I enjoyed most about this, and I think it's something that you've taught me to enjoy a lot and you're very good at, is this kind of feels like stream of consciousness for Ron. Like he goes from Chinese eyes to the drummer of the Who, because he said Chinese out, it's Cowboys are the best, Pete Townsend, into Luminescent Front, which you get to obviously join in and sing along, which becomes Luminant Sucks. And really, if you're doing a live
in Illuminant Sucks, it's a put on, it's a put on, it's a put on, and Illuminant Sucks, and Illuminant Sucks, it's a put on. I love the beginning of that. So who doesn't? That's a bam. Oh yeah, man. Now I want to do a fucking Luminance live read right now. I'm getting pumped up for
Well, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. I'm pretty sure the FDA came down on them hard, and you guys called this one right.
Yeah. Well, a lot of ingredients that didn't seem like either they existed on the planet Earth or they could only be found in, that Black Panther village, Wakanda. Yeah. there was, products like Centronium. Like, is that something? I'm not sure. But this Luminance comes with, Centronium. It says it's got Centronium in it. That sounds good, right?
As a producer, did you get to try these products?
Yeah, we always did get free shit. I didn't need an Ashley Madison thing.
No, or Luminescence. I mean, look at you, you fucking stud. Yeah, buddy, get it.
I'm when Robert said get it, just for the podcast only folks, the audio only folks, I'm showing a muscle. Here's the weird thing. I'm showing it in a flannel shirt. So it's really, in fact, if I was smart, I would just, there you go. Oh yeah. Look at this, Robert.
Oh my God. For the audience.
Yeah, that shit?
Jesus. For the audience.
Yeah.
For the audience that's listening only, Davey just flexed so hard he tore the sleeves off his shirt.
Well, yeah, but
oh my God.
Well, really, like Bugs Bunny, it's more of like I flexed and the muscle just popped up gigantically, like a fucking mountain of muscular 190 pounds of twisted Irish steel flesh. It's just, oh man, I'm working hard, Robert, because I was just informed by the IWF, the Independent Wrestling Federation, that in 2 months I have to fight the IWF World Heavyweight Champion, the Dark Oracle Sage, who comes in at 6'7", 300 pounds. Now, I, Eastside Dave, am New Jersey's greatest manager. I have made my career in the professional wrestling business since 2016 is when I joined the IWF. Yeah, I'm approaching 9 years now. I have made my career managing the likes of the Atkins brothers, the likes of Justin Adams. I don't, need to be mixing it up with people. You just said it right. Pretty Face Dave. That's what they call me still to this day. Pretty Face Dave. Pretty Face Dave does not want his beautiful face messed up by this mountain of a man who's also a demon and the Dark Oracle Sage. So I have 2 months to prepare. I have started my weight training program, but I do have a few phone calls to make because I'm thinking I'm going to need possibly a little help, but, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see. Get your ticket to campiwf.com if you're in North Jersey in April, by the way.
By help, you want me to call my brother? He's got
Well,
guns.
that's what I'm saying.
He's got guns, like literal handguns.
I'm not talking
feels like
guns.
the best style to win.
Well, it's wrestling, Robert. We don't do guns, but we we can do baseball bats.
Mm-hmm.
We can do baseball bats.
And there had to be somebody who was the first person to do a baseball bat, right?
Well, Sting.
Okay, so you could be the first person to do a Glock. I'm just saying, break barriers, Davey Mack.
Brian Pillman already did that. Brian Pillman was going to shoot and kill Stone Cold Steve Austin when Austin broke into Pillman's house in 1996 on Monday Night Raw.
So we do guns and wrestling. Let's go. Has anybody done an RPG?
It happened once, and it was a big mistake that they had to apologize for. Okay, let's get back. What are we talking about here? Luminance front. Hit the luminance front. It's a
now, as a producer, you obviously don't have the same productions Ron does. It's the Ron and Fez show, right? He can step on some lines. You can follow the leader. Part of why you're such a great performer is you are so free. How do you walk that line of, obviously you can't be more offensive to a product than Ron, right? But you also want to follow the leader.
Yeah, I'm just following Ronnie B's lead. Whatever he asks me, I'm going to answer. The good old-fashioned, just go with the bit type of premise. I'm really good at going with the bit. I'm one of the best of all time. I'm just going to become a little monster, whatever the hell you want to do, we're going to do. But, I can't go overboard. I can't go too crazy because, it's not my show. And they are a paying sponsorship right now. So you can't go nuts.
We saw in this one, like you said, you are probably the best I've seen at going with somebody else's lead and not crossing the line further than they did. You pitched your own movie for Luminance, and just the ability to do that on the fly and know it wasn't going to be too offensive, is truly impressive.
Thank you.
When you start going, is it truly just free balling? Or when you hear a product 9 times, do you start to make jokes in your own head a little bit, and then when the floodgates open?
No. There's way too much shit that we have to do, like the show. Yeah. We're not going to, at the very least, you could just read the live read. At the very least, you got to be, but you're not spending your time thinking about the live reads because you have fucking comedy sketches or talking points or a game show or a comedy pyramid, or there's all these kind of pressing issues, booking a guest, so on and so forth, that you're not worried about that. So all of this is on the fly.
That's very even more impressive, because it is, even you guys, when you look up old Ron and Fez stuff, you were saying earlier, like anytime we do a DMSP live, somebody's in the chat begging for a Carby breakdown. Sometimes if you look at other podcasts, their live reads where they go off the rails are the most clip parts. Like, truly, it's become a favorite thing, and it is the most on the fly. You're not actively making a shit commercial. You're making a shit product a great commercial.
Absolutely.
Which is truly.
Hey, I've said this before. What we did now 20 years ago, to think about it, or at least that's when I started. You know, podcasts and YouTubers are doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, whether it's the stunts that Mr. Beast does or this or that, I hate to say it's a lot of similarities to radio from this time period. I'm not going into the Howard Stern, they're ripping this off, ripping that off. I'm just simply saying we were ahead of our time.
Absolutely.
We were doing shit that people wouldn't start doing until 10, 12, 15 years later, without a doubt.
Even today, take it a step further, the products do it themselves. Like all these sponsored reels and stuff are just Carbonite commercials gone off the rails. Now, I'm not saying you guys directly did it, but they saw it worked.
That is 100% of a focus for a lot of companies is, you know, make a normal commercial for TV and radio, have a live read for the hosts, and then get a viral commercial out that's something that can't be put out on television and radio, something that can go viral. So that's why you do see those YouTube commercials where they're trying to be shock jocks, you know, and it's just like, this is just fucking Tide. You know, we don't need shock jock humor on Tide, but whatever. So yeah, that's 100% happening right now.
And for me, we don't know what Carbonite's thoughts were, but one of the coolest things was a lot of times you see the tech people who want to be friends with the radio guys or want to be friends with the comedians. And if they truly appreciated the product, like they had the birth of two characters people still discuss, even though there's only about 7 minutes total of airtime of them. Right. Then what we're about to play is Jay Moore, like who at the time was huge. He was about as big as you could be without being, you know, mainstream Hollywood, doing an impression, doing his walk-in, doing all these voices of a for-your Carbonite commercial. And like people are still talking about then you have Ron writes a song on the fly for your commercial. Ron mocks Fez just being a sales guy for your commercial. Like truly some of the best memorable moments.
Yeah, I know.
It's and just kind of pure luck. Like it could have been anything.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to play now is Jay Moore and his commercial for Carbonite, and then just kind of a breakdown of Ron mocking Carbonite a little bit.
I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait. Roll the damn tape.
Thanks, Dave.
Carbonite.com. If you have a computer, you got a laptop, bad things can happen. You can lose your computer files. Back them up with Carbonite at Carbonite.com.
And if you don't believe Fez, you will believe Harvey Keitel. Harvey Keitel will tell you why you should have Carbonite.com.
You have to have Carbonite. If you don't go to Carbonite.com, you are doing a disservice. Don't call me a fucking rat! I'm not a fucking rat! I go to Carbonite.com! Maybe you're the fucking rat! Why don't you just calm down a little bit? Rub some water on your face. Feel better. If we could just get in touch with Joe. Joe would know what to do. What the fuck was Joe thinking? To hire that maniac! Bang! 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 It was like a goddamn shooting gallery! Who's gonna be okay? Say the goddamn words! Carbonite.com! All right.
Carbonite, it's automatic.
I don't get it. I mean, I understand you, Fez.
Right?
I don't get where Harvey Keitel's coming from.
Well, once you set it up, it does the work. It backs up your files while you work without slowing your computer down.
I've been dodging bullets since I was 16. I'm fucking blessed. You know, this guy, he'll blow up your house with your family in it. Good. He'd be doing me a fucking favor.
Carbonite.
Am I wrong? There's no jobs in this town, are there? That was a little Sam Waterston from Law & Order.
That was beautiful.
Let me tell you something. Are we supposed to let this man walk, counselor? Sam Waterston with my perfect bangs? In the last 3 years of Law & Order, everything I say, I end on an upswing and shake my head a little bit? Is that what we're supposed to let the jury believe, counselor?
So you mean carbonite?
Yeah, carbonite. Recovering your lost files is easy with carbonite. You get your files back with just a few clicks. And if your computer's destroyed, carbonite can help you transfer your irreplaceable files to a new computer.
Fezzy, even Chris Penn enjoys carbonite.
I'll tell you, when I first learned about carbonite, there was a shine rod worked at one of Daddy's clubs. Her name was Lady E. And she was about to suck my dick, and she said, hey, hold on a minute. Have you ever heard about Carbonite.com out of the fucking blue to rip us off? Why do you let Carbonite.com tell you what really happened? What the hell for? That lump of shit's working for the LAPD. Joe. I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong. He's a good kid. He got shot in the gut. It's my fault. He got shot in the fucking gut. He's a cop, and he's a piece of shit. You want to hear a story? 5 guys in a bullpen at San Quentin. How'd we get here? What'd we do wrong? Get the picture? Why? Ask me why you have to be Mr. Pink, Ronnie.
Why do you gotta be Mr. Pink?
Because you're a fucking faggot, all right?
Jeez, this has nothing to do with carbonite.
Carbonite, it's affordable. Less than $5 a month. That's for unlimited backup. You can try it free. No credit card required. It's the smart insurance policy for your irreplaceable data.
Ronnie, you're like a foodie, right? You like the
Sure,
Food
I
Network.
like a little bit of food. Sure.
What do you think Ina Gartner, the barefoot contestant, would think about
Oh, I
this?
have no idea.
You should ask her, maybe.
Yeah. Ina Garden, what do you think of the carbonite?
I love Carbonite.com. Just don't tell Jeffrey while I'm gone. Don't have too much fun without me.
Yeah.
Look at that. You make a chicken and a man shows up. How bad could that be, Fez?
Go to Carbonite.com, enter offer code XM to start your free trial. Get 2 free months if you decide to buy.
Yeah.
The Food Network is way larger than anyone.
Isn't it odd?
Right? If I'm a Food Network executive today listening to the show, I just double all advertising costs.
Yeah. It's like they know. They care.
It's like lobster bisque, except they turn it up a notch.
Although, I'll tell you who really does like the carbonite, and that's Tracy Morgan.
I love Carbonite.com. That's the only thing that can hurt Superman. Carbonite. Fez Marie Watley. I love it.
That's Carbonite.com.
Thank you, Tracy.
Offer code XM. You can try it free today.
How long does this read?
Yeah, it goes on. It's supposed to be 60 seconds.
It's been 6 minutes now.
What can I get for free from Carbonite.com?
I don't even know what they sell. I
don't
cannot
know
understand it.
Ashley Madison, I know exactly what they sell.
Carbonite.com. Try it free today.
What's that mean?
We can try it free.
But try what free? What is it?
It's a recovery system for your computer files. It backs up your files.
Backs up means you take your files and give them to a stranger.
It's true. It's got a
Well,
good point.
it's all encrypted.
From them?
Yes, it's they
Really?
said
So they
it's double
can't even get it
encrypted
open?
like at banks.
But they can't get it open?
No, they can get it open.
Well, what the fuck? I can't give them my porn, my kitty porn.
My computer.
They probably don't want that.
Yeah.
So who are they to say?
I dropped my computer and it hit the right spot on the computer where it's gone.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine goes, I'll take it into the Mac store with you and they'll just replace all your files and take it out. I said, you know what? Why don't you just give me a new computer? I don't want them looking at every website I went on.
So, yeah, I'm not saying I'd stay away from it because they're a hell of a sponsor. But
I think they're a fantastic group of people.
They are.
And
They're the Carbonite gang.
Is it a good name? Is it a good name though?
Carbonite? Should have been Kryptonite.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Did you like Watchmen, Fez?
You guys gonna bust balls all
No.
day? You're gonna sell some carbonite. You're barking like a couple of little sissy dogs.
That's fucking amazing.
What was that? Because I didn't catch it.
I said, are you gonna bark all day? Or are you gonna sell some goddamn carbonite?
That's fucking
You
great.
motherfucker!
That was fucking great.
Awesome, dude.
Hey, Jay.
Hi.
That's Mike, man. Big fan.
Michael Madsen, literally.
Yeah.
I have one problem, though. You know, when you do walking,
Don't embarrass
I
yourself.
have to say, you have to kick up the inflection.
You know, here was the deal. You were so dead on, you should have fucking hung up and left a legend.
Ah!
You should have left a legend.
You were a hero till you said, hey, Jay.
We don't even know what your name is anymore, Paul.
I'm dying over here.
What's that?
I'm dying
What are you-
over here.
what
Are you
doing?
a doctor?
I'm dying over here.
Are you a doctor?
I've been shot in the stomach.
What are you doing?
He's doing Tim Roth well.
That's Tim Roth?
That's
Tim. No, that's Tim Broth.
That's Barney Gumble
Hold on,
doing
do it.
Tim Roth.
I'm gonna do it with you.
I'm dying over here, Homer.
Look, Homer.
Simpsons characters.
I don't
Ah, you
understand.
fell on Aerosmith. No, you're all right. Just doing Tim. No, just do Tim Roth. You got it.
I'm dying over here.
That's not Tim Roth.
Look, kid, you're shot in the gut. It hurts.
I've been shot.
It hurts bad. Aside from the
shot. It
kneecap,
hurts.
the gut is the most painful place you could be shot. But you don't die from your wounds.
It hurts real
takes
bad.
days.
This is terrible.
Are you
This
a
is
doctor?
terrible.
That was.
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor.
What the hell is that?
What?
Hi
What are
ho,
you
Kermit the
doing?
Frog here for Sesame Street News, and here I am at the house of Dave McDonald.
That was Tim Roth, ladies and gentlemen.
How'd you like my Kermit, Dave?
It was all right. Tim Roth was great, though, right?
Ah, well, you fell on Aerosmith, Homer. What other impression do you do, Dave? Why don't you do Paul Revere, get on your horse and get the hell out of here?
Carbonite.com. You want to get this for your computer? You want to get it for your laptop? Horrible things can happen to those machines. You can lose valuable computer files. Carbonite is going to help you recover lost files. They're going to back up your files while you work.
It's true, Fez, and there's a beautiful song about that that's been put out by, I guess, the good people at Carbonite have put this out, and now it's become a fantastic YouTube video.
I don't believe this is theirs.
I've written a song for him, Fez.
Okay.
You ever tried to have files and you couldn't find them? You need to back them up with Carbonite. Carbonite's gonna back up your files without slowing you down.
It's a good song. Good lyrics.
It's a good song, it's a good lyric.
This is an excellent song.
You don't have to lift a finger. Once you set it up, you just forget about it. Carbonite's gonna back up your files without slowing you down. Carbonite. This is an excellent song. Carbonite. And if you lose files, recovering them is easy. Carbonite's
It's a remix.
gonna back up your files without slowing you down.
Carbonite.
Carbonite. Get your files back.
Carbonite. It's carbonite.
Are you
Look
working
at
on
me,
the song as
Carbonite.
we speak?
Kind of.
Carby.
Yeah.
Carby want cookie.
Help you transfer
Cookie.
your-
Thanks for the cookies, Big Carby. Little Carby says yum yum.
Oh, little Carby like cookie too.
I love me Carbies.
Only problem with carbonite is it's limited.
Unlimited.
Oh,
Unlimited backup space.
Carby doesn't even work.
Carby can't find job. Carby can't find job in bad economy.
The song, and the Carby characters are not officially approved by Carbonite. Let me just explain. Carbonite is affordable, less than $5 a month. That's for unlimited backup. Carbonite, try it free, no credit card required. It's the smart insurance policy for your irreplaceable data. Carbonite. Go to carbonite.com, enter offer code XM to start your free trials, and you get 2 free months if you decide to buy. That's carbonite.com, offer code XM. Try it free today. Carbonite.com.
You've been running this commercial way too long.
Carbonite.com. You don't have to lift a finger. Once you set up this online recovery system, you can just forget about it. Carbonite, it's going to back up your computer files while you work without slowing you down.
With Carbonite.com, you don't have to worry about changing your baby anymore. You just put some Carbonite.com on, and the poop will actually disintegrate.
Now, Carbonite backs up your computer files.
Let's check that Carbonite now. Go ahead, honey. Little more. Watch it disintegrate. There you go. Yeah. Let it out. Now we'll let Carbonite do its work.
That's not Carbonite. Carbonite is unlimited, though. No need to worry about storage limits.
Come on, man. They're doing a live read.
Oh, that one hurt. That one you forced.
Some effort. With Carbonite, you can back up all your photos, music, emails, financial records, office documents, and other irreplaceable data.
I found my old shoes there.
It's just really for computer files. Recovering lost files is easy. Something goes wrong with your laptop or your computer, you can get your files back with just a few clicks. And Carbonite can also help you transfer your irreplaceable files to a brand new computer, if that's what you need.
She's really gassy. Her little baby.
Real funny, huh?
Carbonite, it's affordable, less than $5 a month, and that's for unlimited backup. You can try it free.
And by unlimited, we mean 6.
It's unlimited.
Oh. I thought there was some limits on unlimited. What's
No,
wrong?
it's unlimited.
What's so funny?
6. Carbonite.com. Try it free today. No credit card required. It's the smart insurance policy for your irreplaceable data. Carbonite.com. Go to that website, enter the offer code XM to start your free trial, and get 2 free months if you decide to buy. That's Carbonite.com, offer code XM. You can try it free today at Carbonite.com.
Mike, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going? I just want to give you a little success story. I put some Carbonite underneath my ball sack the other day, and my dick grew 3 inches.
Fantastic. Here is Jude. Jude, you're on Run Fez.
Recovery.
That's another happy Carbonite. I don't know what they would be. Customer?
I want to try
Testimonial.
Almost says what?
What?
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. My cousin did get Carbonite.
Oh, yeah?
Died that night in his sleep.
Carbonite gave me AIDS.
Carbonite.com.
Oh, Jesus.
It is the online recovery system for your computer files. You want to make sure they're backed up. You want to make sure they're safe. You want Carbonite.com.
Fez, it works fantastically. I can't tell you how it's changed my life and for the better. Cleaned up my cancer.
Carbonite, what it does is it backs up computer files and then recovers them if they're lost off your laptop or computer.
Well, maybe that's what it was built to do, but you'll also be cancer-free.
Carbonite, it's automatic. You don't have to lift a finger. You just set it up once and you can forget about it. It backs up your files while you work, and it does not slow down your computer.
If you don't believe us, just listen to Carby, the Carbonite monster.
Me like Carbonite. Cookie. Cookie.
Not an official mascot of Carbonite.
Where Carby at?
I'm right here, Big Carby. Carbonite just cured my herpes.
Carbonite wants you to know that it's secure and also unlimited. You don't need to worry about storage limits or tiered pricing. You can back up your photos, music, emails, financial records, office documents, all with Carbonite. And recovering your lost files is easy with Carbonite. You get your files back with just a few clicks, and Carbonite can help you transfer your irreplaceable files to your new computer. It's simple to use, and it's affordable. Carbonite, less than $5 a month, and that's for unlimited backup. You can try it free, no credit card required. It's the smart insurance policy for your irreplaceable data. Carbonite.com. Go to the website, enter the offer code XM, and start your free trial and get 2 free months if you decide to buy. That's Carbonite.com, offer code XM. Try it free today. Carbonite.com. And that's it for Carbonite. The Carbon Monster and Carby are not official mascots of Carbonite.com. This is a fine product, and make sure you check it out online. Because it's Carbonite.com. And so I hope everyone got all the information out.
Like that. You're now back to being a person. You don't have to talk like you're a pitch man.
Carbonite.com. It's Carbonite. It backs up your computer files. So if anything goes wrong, you are going to have Carbonite there to save the day.
Fez, why even bother talking about it when we have a lovely song that the people love to sing along with? Why would we even discuss carbonite when we can hear about it in a song? I've written a song for him, Fez.
Okay.
You ever tried to have files and you couldn't find them? You need to back them up with carbonite. Carbonite's gonna back up your files without slowing you down.
It's a good song. Good lyrics.
It's a good song. It's a good lyric.
It's an excellent song.
You don't have to lift a finger. Once you set it up, you just forget about it. Carbonite's gonna back up your files without slowing you down. This is an excellent song, and if you lose files, recovering them is easy. Carbonite's gonna back up your files without slowing you down.
You can get your files back.
You can get your files back
with just a few clicks. And carbonite.com, they can help you. Are you working on the song as we speak?
Kind of. Trying to find a hook for it.
Yeah. They can help you transfer your irreplaceable files to a new computer. And carbonite, that's affordable.
Affordable.
Less than $5 a month for unlimited backup.
It's carbonite. Every night should be a carbonite. Is there any meat in here? No, it's carbonite. All right, stop fucking around, Fezzy, and tell people about carbonite.
Go to carbonite.com, enter the offer code XM, and start your free trial. You get 2 free months if you decide to buy. That's carbonite.com, offer code XM. Try it free today. Carbonite.com. It's carbonite.com.
Does it freeze you like Han Solo?
It'll recover your lost computer files. Nothing backs up your files better than Carbonite. Try it today. Carbonite.com. And that's it. For Carbonite.com. The commercial's over. It's all done. It's all we need to say about Carbonite. And Carbonite.com. So it's all done. That's the end of the commercials. We don't need to say anything else about Carbonite. Everything that we needed to say has been said about Carbonite and Carbonite.com. And it was Craze that got a broomstick up his ass, which has nothing to do with Carbonite. So the commercial should just end. And we should be finished with it. We talked about how it was automatic.
Stop fucking talking like that. Like a lunatic. Oh, do you like that, Christ?
Yeah.
And welcome back to Davey Mac's Tales from the Satellite. I decided to bring us back for a change. I told that to Robert. I said, you know what? I'd like to bring us back from the audio. So that's what we's be doing right now.
And I said, you're the boss, Davey Mac.
And by the way, I want to give you a special heads up. If you hear loud knocking and loud talking, that's just the apartment complex superintendent, Jesus. My ceiling fan has broken. What the fuck is going on over there? What's with all that coughing? What, are you sick?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I'm down with that sickness, Davey Mac.
Anyway, if fucking Jesus comes in and starts talking loud, it's because my ceiling fan broke. And I like, for all of my things to work. That's why these people piss me off, because they pretend like I'm living on top of Trump Tower or some shit. Fucking shit breaks in this goddamn fucking shithole all the time. All the time. So it makes no sense how they are allowed to raise rent every single year. But this year they raised it by 3 times their usual increase, which is beyond fucked up. God, I hate these people so much. They're so evil and dirty. I fucking hate them. Anyway.
Maybe when you say things like that, you shouldn't get a gun from my brother for your wrestling match.
I don't want a gun.
I
wanted a baseball bat. I told you.
I mean, I can handle that. That's easy.
Yeah, well, I got 4 or 5 baseball bats, but I need different people to be holding them, is my point.
Maybe you could get like Pete Alonso. Somebody who
I
can
don't
really
have
throw.
a relationship with Pete Alonso. Stop the silliness. Let's get back on track here. Come on.
Well, it's hard to get back on track when what we're talking about is the absolute silliness of the mockery of Carbonite. But I will say this. We did say that was the one successful product. The other one was not Luminance. Luminance went away despite Ron's best effort of warning everybody. Apparently a bunch of people had to sue because they were dying and shit. Not good.
Yeah, any product that requires you to be asleep and then it's going to start doing all kinds of insane things to your body, yeah, that actually does literally sound dangerous. Like it's
Dangerous or the ideal girlfriend. I haven't decided which.
It doesn't sound safe at all. This doesn't sound like an FDA approved product in any way, shape, or form, because it wasn't. Because make sure you're asleep, and then we're gonna give you a pill that's gonna make your fucking kidneys jump over your liver somehow. They're gonna be exercising while your lungs will be doing push-ups, and your fucking heart will be doing fucking 5 laps around your whole entire stomach. Your organs will be exercising while you're sleeping, so that you don't have to exercise while you're awake. It was an insane product for insane people who took it. Sadly, some of them died. The others who survived had to have a class action lawsuit. Sorry, Luminous. R.I.P.
Yeah. Or don't in P. Just R. Don't come back.
No. R.I.P. Come on. Let me have the last word sometimes.
Plus, there's something to be said, right? We all love Fez, but he was not known for being super in shape. And now he's the live read guy saying,
whoa, time out. T.O. I love when we get a little controversy. I love the shock jock Bobby Tamburo taking shots at Fez Whatley. Yes, you just did. Yes, you just very well did. See, this is why I can no longer have you speaking for me to other important people in radio and podcasting, because you fucking put your foot in your mouth every time you speak. Do you think it's smart? Do you think it's smart to say that Fez is out of shape when he's passed on?
I was saying he wasn't, like, it'd be one thing if the Tiger Woods channel or the Kobe Bryant channel is promoting this, where you go, that's the ideal peak male athlete. Fez was known for his wittiness, his love, his charisma. I don't think he was known for being the peak male specimen.
Wow. Still an insult. You tried to backtrack and cover it up with some compliments. I still heard an insult. No one wants to hear that they're not a peak male. No one. Listen.
I would say a lot of females probably want to hear that. You ever try telling a female she looks like a peak male? That'll get you punched.
Don't try to fucking change the topic. Don't try to go into the swerve. Don't try to swerve the Dave, man. Try to go into something crazy. You just caused a little controversy there. That's fine. We like a little controversy in these episodes. Usually it's me shooting my mouth off, but I shoot it at the people, the Iraqs of the world.
You know what? This is a path we can work on together. Iraq, who also worked for the same channel, had to do live reads for the same product. No one would look at him and go, "Oh, it's working." Right?
If you had said that 8 minutes ago, you would have been hailed a hero and champion of today's episode. Sadly, you took a shot at a beloved radio host who is now passed on. And you're going to say he's not. First of all, let me tell you something. Fez was never obese. Not when I was around him. No. I always thought he was just more normal sized. Honest to God, just normal sized person. Just a normal sized individual. Not fat, not thin, completely normal. Just an average Joe. Like, that's the body type to me. I don't know.
All right. Well,
now's your time. You step all over the fucking Dave man when he talks, and I'm clearly saying something to get a response from Bobby Tamburo. You're disagreeing with what I'm saying? I know Fez, and I know you.
No, that's why I didn't respond, because I mean, clearly you know.
I would say the two of you have similar body dimensions. Now, you have gotten on a health kick, and you're working out, you're lifting weights, you look fantastic. Everyone's been saying it, so that's wonderful. But let's not forget.
Absolutely. And at no point am I sitting here going, "Hey guys, you know what really works? Luminescence." And you know who me and Fez are clearly not as bad as? E-Rock, who was also promoting Luminescence. My point is, sometimes I go into GNC, right? And the guy behind the counter is like, here's what you're missing, these weight loss pills. And you go, yeah, if they work so great, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? So if I want something pitched, it should be an expert. Dr. Ian, who comes in all the time and promotes his smoothies and things like that to lose weight. I forget his last name. He was a regular guest on O&A. I believe he did Ron and Fez once or twice, but he looks, his body fat's at like 2%. It works. So you go, okay, if he's following this plan, it works. He's a great example. That's the point I was trying to get at. It really wasn't meant as a real shot at Fez. It was more meant as a shot at E-Rock.
No. But I took it and twisted it into a shot at Fez for controversial reasons and to throw you under the bus. Now, instead of being defensive about it, just admit that you've made a terrible error, and we will be prepared to move on.
I've made a terrible error.
Okay.
And I got to say, as a compliment to Fez, at least he never tried to hire the sloozy claiming to be pregnant with Elon Musk's kid. Anyway, back to the episode.
Wait, who did that?
E-Rock. Anyway.
Hold on. You can't just give some insane inside reference that I don't even understand.
Oh, I texted you.
This is why hold on. Do you get that you're the king of inside references? You just need to give us a few seconds of a setup, you fucking nut. You're a comedian. Set your shit up when broadcasting. The same rules that apply to you who is a successful stand-up comic. Just apply those rules here. Who are we talking about? E-Rock tried to do what? He tried to hire Elon Musk's wife?
Baby mama, Ashley St. Clair. She's claiming to be pregnant with Elon's
When?
kid. This was right after Trump lost the election. And he was like, should we hire her? And several people would be like,
what year? Oh, so this is for Compound.
Yeah, for Compound.
Not Sirius XM. It's for Compound.
No, for Compound.
Okay, be specific, my little friend.
Okay, all right. Before we get back to the controversy.
Dude, you have a breaking story that is fucking insane, and you're like not giving the details. Sometimes I thought I was trying to be so fucking pleasant to you today.
I was going to say, what happened?
No, shut up! Shut the fuck up now! Don't talk when I'm talking! When you see my lips moving, keep your fat fucking face shut!
Oh.
I came in happy, calm. Everyone's like, oh, he gives shit to Robert. I go, I don't. But it's like my son. When I give him the same piece of advice 9,000 times and yet ignore it for 8,999 times, do you think on the 9,000th time I'm going to be happy about it? I freak the fuck out. So I have no idea what he's talking about. But now this Ashley St. Clair person is actually all over the news. And you're saying, right, because she had Elon Musk's baby?
She's claiming to be pregnant with Elon Musk's baby.
Okay,
yeah.
So the woman claiming to be pregnant with Elon Musk's baby was nearly hired for Compound Media by Eric Nagel, E-Rock.
Yes, sir.
For what? A show?
For a show, yeah. He was like, do you think we can get her? And several people there had to go, that's not a good idea. She's crazy.
Now, what does she do? I can't say I have any familiarity with this woman. I do know her name and face because she's literally all over the news. So I'm happy we have a breaking story here that we can be a part of. But what was he hired? What kind of show?
Political commentary. She's kind of like a hot chick who likes to pretend to be
Hey, folks, you wonder why the fucking Compound Media went down the goddamn tubes, folks? Does anyone understand why Compound Media went down the goddamn toilet? What do you think happened there? The people in charge chose the worst talent ever outside of me and Anthony. With all due respect, they should have just done a fucking O&A channel part 2 with people who were in that spectrum came and did a fucking network with ourselves rather than the fucking Fox News light. Goddamn stupid idiots. And we were going to fucking hire Elon Musk's fucking baby mama?
That's the word on the street, doggy. Jesus
Christ. Eric was going to do that?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to give him shit today because I got a text that he or someone from Compound Media. All right, you know what? I'm breaking this fucking story right now.
We're going down swinging.
No, it's all your fault. Because Robert, I'm pleading with you to learn to stop being so inside and include people in your humor. When you just say a punchline that no one knows, I don't even know 90% of the time what you're talking about. When you're inside, you're a fucking hysterical person. Set it up a little.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know who pissed in your Wheaties. I apologize for everything.
No, I pissed in my Wheaties. I came in here a perfectly good mood. I'm going to try and leave in a perfectly good mood. I'm going to try and leave in a perfectly good mood. But it's what I said with Stanley. We've discussed this before. Stop being captain inside. But look, Tales from the Satellite, you can talk about these people, but just make sure you bring them up.
So you have breaking news.
That's amazing. That's an absolutely amazing fucking thing that I never heard of. That Elon Musk alleged affair or baby mama lady who's in the news right now was nearly hired by Eric Nagel to do God knows what kind of show. And people, don't realize where sometimes I have a little source of anger. They don't realize where that comes from. They don't understand that I've been driven completely insane by being way more talented than every program director and every general manager I've ever worked for, by far. And yet, radio and these companies hire the shittiest, stupidest people alive simply because they know how to present themselves as ass-kissing fucking little monkeys. And those are the people who get positions of power. It really is infuriating. Because what it also does is it limits creativity, it limits radio, it limits the boundaries of imagination. It does. Because those type of people, for real, I'm talking about the Steve Blatters and the Rob Crosses, and I hate to say to a certain extent the Eric Nagels, they have incredibly limited imagination. So when you talk to them about stuff, they can't see it. When people aren't creative, they can't understand what you're talking about. You have to sometimes go, just trust me. When I tried to get the fucking Star Wars special off the ground at Compound Media, I ran into, I don't understand. Just understand me. I'm creative as fuck. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to put all the Compound Media guys in it. We're going to shoot what took George Lucas 6 months. We're going to shoot this fucking thing in 4 hours from 6 to 10 because I have a 10:30 bus to catch home in New Jersey.
And I'm going to be home on time.
Right. And I need to be home. Well, if I miss the bus, I don't get to go home till the next day. So there was no, so we're going to fucking shoot Star Wars. I'm telling the guy this. He's like, I don't get it. I don't think we should do it. I go, there's no budget for this. Just tell everyone to show up on Friday at 6 p.m. to do the Davey Max Star Wars special. It's going to be fucking great. I don't get it. That's every goddamn program director and general manager I've ever had in this business, ever, across all platforms. That's what they all do. And it's insane. And then people go, hey, whatever happened to the Opie and Anthony show? Hey, what about Compound? Hey, I wonder. All the worst people were put in charge making the shittiest fucking decisions imaginable. That's what happened.
We're talking sports a little bit here. It's the same thing that happened with the NBA All-Star game. You've got all these suits coming in, putting their ideas and destroying the creativity and the original content.
That thing was a disgrace. I tried to. At this point, I'm thinking the All-Star weekend it's just All-Star Saturday. I'll watch the skills challenge, the 3-point challenge, and the dunk competition. The fucking All-Star Game's a lost cause at this point. Oh, listen, only the baseball All-Star Game matters anymore. That's it. Because of the type of game that baseball, I know, people like the hockey. Fine. I'm talking a good but even that's a new tournament. Like a good old-fashioned all-star game. By the construct of baseball, you can be playing your hardest because the pitcher's throwing a baseball over the plate and the hitter's trying to hit it. So there's so that game is legit. Guys are trying hard. I agree with you. Adam Silver's killed the NBA and a lot of these fucking nuts. And I can't believe Elon Musk's baby mama was nearly hired by Compound. By the way, in the same year, well, I guess that we were let go in 2022, but you said it was around COVID, so that could actually be closer to 2021.
Who knows when the exact date was? I just remember him coming in and being like, "Should we do this?" And like 4 people having to be like, "That's a terrible idea."
Why were they hiring anyone when the company had gone stagnant? Was my question, and that's not bullshit. That's what Anthony Cumia told me on a phone call. The company's gone stagnant, so we have to release everyone. Great, release everybody but me. I'm like your best show. You and me, but I'm actually your best show. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I think that's a rhetorical question. And what's not rhetorical is how great the Carbonite read was. I do like that. Good. Ron.
Now I'm happy again. Now that you're complimenting me.
It felt like Ron was told that he either had to read verbatim what was on the live read or not comment at all. Is there any speculation to that truth? Or is there any truth to that speculation? I'm sorry.
There were times, I believe, where some of the companies finally had input, but I'm not sure that was as much Carbonite as that was the old-fashioned crosser in Bladder putting their fucking Doonesbury fucking faces into business that didn't belong to them. Both of those guys have really long, thin noses. They look like Doonesbury.
Don't do this.
And then Rob Cross has the Stevie Wonder blindness, where his head actually does this shit when he talks. It's hysterical.
He can actually
look
see.
At this fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy. I every time Rob Cross talks, he's like, you guys did great stuff today. That was really, really, really funny. And I always think he's going to break off into Ebony and Ivory come together in better. Like, I always think he's going to do some kind of, Superstition or some fucking Stevie Wonder jam.
I love it.
I think that, what happened was maybe one of those guys got word that we're like, our live reads have evolved into more sketch comedy. And as a result, there was, can you guys just kind of like do the live read? I could see Rob Cross saying that, but I could see Rob Cross being simply the messenger for Steve Bladder.
Okay. Because what I love is it does feel like somebody gave Ron that message. So what he then chose to do was read in sync, mocking Fez's salesman's pitching the exact same thing Fez was reading at the exact same time. And I fucking love that. Right, like that is 100% a Ronnie B. Like F you, and I love it. That's why I love radio. Like I love guys like that.
Guys, can you just stick to the script? And now you're hearing it in fucking stereo, like there's Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes, sir, I
they're
can.
harmonizing a live read together,
and that feels like something Fez did on purpose too. Like it feels like
Fez had no idea.
No,
I
okay.
was there.
That was why I asked the questions and you authenticate. One last speculation I saw about specifically the live read sabotage in general is that part of Fez's salary came from that, and it was irritating Ron that he was carrying the ship, and that's why he attempted to sabotage. I don't think that's true, but is there any relevancy to that at all?
Well, you are supposed to get extra money when you do live reads. I know I did.
Okay.
Any live reads or and stuff like that's on top of the salary. So, I am curious as to how much money that would be, because I never did a live read that's serious. I did live read for my other radio jobs. Never did a live read for serious. But if they're giving a big salary, like I'll just tell you, I would get around, what was it? I got $100 per live read when I did it in radio. So I can't imagine Fez only getting $100.
No. And do you
But
think
that
it
would
would
be even
irritate Ron?
funnier. That would be even funnier if he's getting mad at his, $100 live read when he's making six figures.
That would be amazing. Well, on that note, what I liked about these is it just kind of was you guys and maybe a celebrity who was a fan of the show joining in to mock the product. Like,
wonderful job by Jay Moore.
Jay Moore's incredible. His impressions are great. But it's kind of like you guys just going off the cuff. And that's why I think a lot of people really like Carbonite in particular.
We had to do it. We still want to do a Kong off episode, but we had, and we are. We're going to be doing. We said we're going to do a Kong off episode in 2025. So we didn't put a timeline on it. We said 2025 this year will be the Kong off between Sam and Dave, the most controversial live event of all time. Reminding me of the Doors playing Miami in 1968, where Jim Morrison screamed, "You're all a bunch of slaves," and that Adolf Hitler is alive and well and living in Miami. But this was very special. I enjoyed this because outside of the part, what?
No, this is the ones you specifically did. We got one more to talk about, big guy. I apologize.
We have another segment.
Yeah, we have one more segment to do. Isn't that great?
Oh, wonderful. Because I was going to say, I've been really enjoying this, except for the time where, quite frankly, I had to give you the discipline that you deserve. Now, admit that you deserved that little bit of discipline there so that I don't have to hear, she yells at Robert. I came in so friendly today, folks. My gloves were on, not off. My gloves were on today, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, it's not going to help you when I go, yeah, I deserve that after you yelled at me to say I deserve that. But I will say.
No, I'm saying this in a calm tone. Did you deserve that discipline?
Let me correct. Can I phrase it my way? Yes, I deserved it. But what I was going to say is, did you make the show better by pulling out the exact details? Absolutely. And for that, I thank you. How about that?
That is the most well-handled thing you've ever said to me. And if you only said that, we would never get into a fight. And folks, if you think that this is nothing, we're entertaining on this show. The phone call yelling incidents sometimes will go on for 2 straight hours.
There was one time, White Jared, we gave him PTSD to his parents getting divorced. He was fucking rocking in the corner. We were going at it so hard. But
so this is absolutely nothing, folks.
No.
Don't get your panties in a bunch. I get fired up when I'm on the air.
Yeah, and you wanted all the details.
And sometimes people go, "Yeah, Dave, he's so loud." Not everyone, because lately a lot of the Davey Max Sports program, we're getting insane audience from the UK and Ireland and Scotland who are no bullshit, constantly getting messages, emails, and fucking shit like this, where they're like, we have no idea what sports he's talking about. Like I have no idea about baseball and basketball whatsoever. I just love your passion. So it's like when I was on the Ron and Fez show, whether I was on the Davey Max Sports program, Eastside Dave show, special delivery with Sam and Dave, so on and so forth. I like to bring it. Okay, that's who I am. I'm an energetic, enthusiastic man. I try not to yell. I do. I really do. I try. I live with neighbors who fucking hate my guts. But if I release some passion and enthusiasm, don't hold that against me. And don't say, "Wow, how come he yells now? You didn't hear me on the Ron Fez show? Where I fucking yelled like I was being goddamn sodomized like Vin Rhames in Pulp Fiction? Whether it was a nipple getting clamped or this or that. I mean, forget about the stunts and me yelling. How about all the times I was fired up, all the insane shit that happened? What are you talking about? I haven't changed at all. Maybe you have.
Also, I wouldn't take it if I thought you were actually crossing a line. Like, I'd call you out on it on air. I wouldn't do it behind the scenes. That's the one thing you taught me. You do that shit on air and get it over with.
People, they get so sensitive for others' feelings.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your job. Do you watch the fucking Sopranos and go, Tony Soprano, don't kill that guy. I feel bad for him. He's going through a hard time. No, you don't. You sit there, you shut your mouths, and you're entertained. Now,
Absolutely.
I'm not talking, by the way, to the Patreon audience. You people are fucking lovely. I'd marry every single one of you.
But let's get back on topic.
Well, hold on. I'm talking to some of the ruffians on the archived episodes that we release months after this on YouTube. Those people, if you don't like the show, move on.
Whoa,
Otherwise,
no. Just listen anyway. Just keep your mouth shut.
Suck it. Otherwise, suck it. Okay.
But so the Carby commercials were just kind of you guys, or occasionally a guest that was there. Some people I see in the comments saying their favorite part was Patty laughing in the background. She even goes at one point, "This commercial's gone on too long." It's great.
No, that's the thing I love about Stalker Patty. She is very honest and doesn't keep her thoughts to her head. She'll say it into the microphone, by the way, which is wonderful. And she'll say it like during the middle of a bit where that would usually kill a sketch. Like if Flutzy said, on an East Side Dave show episode, "Oh, this sketch is going on too long," I would fucking kill her. I would go back to where she was sitting, take her own flute and start strangling her with it. But with Stalker Patty, it adds to the comedy when she's saying like, "Oh, this is going on a little bit too long," I think.
1,000,000%. There are a few people like I got to meet Big A one of the first times I came to do your show at Compound, and that was probably the coolest like fan starstruck moment. We were like, "Oh my god, that's Big A." Stalker Patty was number 2, and a close second because she's not around as much anymore. But she had, like you said, all these legendary lines where she would just jump in and zing and then be out, and was always
legend. The
so
voice, one of a kind voice. So you put Stalker Patty over Bobo, by the way.
Bobo's always around. Like Bobo, you just knew was going to turn up eventually.
All right,
he's not as rare. He's always.
I love these rankings. I'm going to tell Bobo that he is fucking dropped on the rankings because he sees himself as a top 2 guy. He sees him and Big A as top 2. And you just said, whoa, Bo. There's a Stalker Patty here ahead of you. And you know what? I have no problems. I love you, Bo. I love you, Bo. But I do think Andrew's number 1, Big A.
Of course.
Stalker Patty, 2. Bo, 3. And then it gets tricky because you could do an O&A person, like what, half a Hulk face. You could do a Ron and Fez person, like Spandy Man or Crazed.
Crazed would be unique.
Crazed, see? So we got some fucking problems there. But if you're doing a Mount Rushmore of the all-time O&A Ron and Fez universe friends, it's a good list right there. It's a high ranking right there.
As far as I would rank it, I got your 1 and 2 the same. For me, people I've actually met, Fred from Brooklyn came up 3rd, just because he was so integral into so many moments.
All right, fair.
So
fair.
rare.
I mean, I was going more with I don't want to be rude, but people who Andrew, if you're watching, I'm not saying this about you, but the others. That
Fred doesn't fit that. You're fair. My bad.
Yeah, I don't want Fred thinking that we're calling him
nuts.
No.
I just we're
calling the rest of those lunatics nuts.
But so it was you guys doing it, isolated.
Yes.
And that's why I think a lot of people thought it was so cool, so off the cuff. But for me, the favorite commercial I ever saw get derailed was not that. It was the Penny Stock Chaser ad. And the reason why I enjoyed it so much more is not only did it have the off-the-cuffedness of derailing Fez's live read, it had some preparedness because you had Sleeve's song, but then what you and Rom were doing was off the cuff. At one point, it was do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Then it was like gay, 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 gay. And it just got progressively worse.
I remember. And Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser.
Do-do-do-do. Yeah, and then the beauty for me, and one of the favorite things that I think is truly no longer existent in podcasting is the caller pyramid, where people then joined into fucking
comedy pyramid.
Comedy pyramid. Sorry, thank you for correcting me. That's why you're the expert. But was people calling in to add to the humor and continuing the derailment.
Yeah.
And that's something you can't plan for, but when you see it, is it just the greatest feeling in the world? How do you ride with it? When do you know when it's time to cut? Because obviously, when people get it, they just want to escalate and ramp out.
There were certain times where you're looking for a comedy pyramid, and we knew going into the show it's Comedy Pyramid. Like, let's get a Comedy Pyramid out of this bit because you could find a couple of funny puns with some story and then go to it and then just be like, okay, call 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez, you know, what do you think about this? And then people, and they knew it's Comedy Pyramid time with, but then there were the impromptu Comedy Pyramids, usually revolving around Fez and a slip
Of course.
Now
who's taking the shots, Davey Mac?
I hate to say it, but the impromptu Comedy Pyramids were a slip up on Fez's behalf, maybe on Earl's behalf as well. And then everyone fucking goes to town.
Yeah.
And Ron wouldn't let them get away with it, you know, in a nice, you know, funny way. And then the callers start filling it in. So this is one of those times.
Perfect. So we're going to play that bit right now. Everybody enjoy as much as I did.
I love it.
It's been my favorite. We'll be right back.
We taking it to the limit or we need to break?
Just take it to the limit.
One more time?
One last time.
You got stuff to do, Fez?
Yeah.
This is the last one?
This is the last one.
Run through it like you don't care.
PennyStockChaser.com.
I love Penny Stock Chaser, and I'll tell you why, Fezzy. 500 reasons today.
PennyStockChaser.com.
Penny Stock Chaser. Where's that song at? Everybody loves that song. Maybe we'll throw that in the middle of the bit.
They've got the hottest stock alerts. In fact, they're the #1 website for hot stock alerts. If you're going to get into the stock market, you're going to play around financially, you might want to check out some of these penny stocks. Because if you go to PennyStockChaser.com, you're going to get the best possible basis for going into the penny stock market. You're going to get the best information. You're going to get free email notices about tips on
Penny
what...
Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. Tweet.
You get email notices that are free just for signing up with PennyStockChaser.com. You also get their...
Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich.
You get their expertise. You also get the benefit of tens of thousands of members worldwide.
How do they pull these people together, Fez?
Well, they all come together on...
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
You get the benefit of their tens of thousands of members and their investment knowledge.
Well, how do they get the knowledge?
Well, from the hot stock alerts. It's a sharing of information.
So they get the same knowledge that I get, and then they share it with me.
Or if there's something that's worked for them...
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
They share their picks that they've picked on their own.
Who's they?
The members at PennyStockChaser.com.
So they pick on their own.
Yes, you can pick any of the penny stocks.
You're picking out there and you're picking out here.
There's plenty to choose from. Penny Stock Chaser.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
And here's their latest pick.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to rich on Wall Street.
I need to get I need to let everyone know.
What do you... Tweet.
I need to let people know
Then
what
by
they...
all means, let's do it, Fez.
It's the penny...
Maybe if you were telling us about it, it wouldn't have broken out into silliness.
Mm-hmm. Penny stock chaser.
Penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser.
By the way, this is not an
Do
official
you need
song.
to be screaming?
Well, if over that song, yes.
What song?
Penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser. All you need not an official pay to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny. Not really giving you information on Wall Street.
You know, Fez, I get a lot of tips myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one right here on the phone right now. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel.
That has nothing to do...
Penny stock chaser. Better chaser. Bags are home up. All you need is licking balls and beating guys. Assholes. Every time licking balls and beating guys. Assholes.
It's nothing to do
What
with
are
penny
you
stock.
screaming for?
Because I have to scream over that song.
Well, if you have to, you have to. No one can stop you if that's the song you want to hear.
No, I don't want to hear it.
All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
I could help people strike it rich, maybe, if I could get out the penny stock chaser.
Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
I'm waiting to get some stock tips right now. I'm supposedly talking with the Marlboro, the Monopoly Man. Yes, Monopoly Man.
Hello, Fez. This is the Monopoly Man. Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser.
Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. I need to get this out. I need to
I can honestly say the client is not going to appreciate this, and I just need to get out the information.
I thought we got out the information through song.
No, that song has absolutely nothing to do with Penny Stock Chaser. They have things that they would like me to tell people.
Well, can I tell them something?
What's that?
I believe one day the world will be healed through song.
I don't think they're interested in that.
You know what I worried about? Because I like to talk to people all the time. I want to talk to a billionaire. Wouldn't that be great, Fez? Here's Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
Hi, buddies.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I use Penny Stock Chaser.
Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser.
Can't hear you.
All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
The client isn't getting what they need here.
I get something for the client. This is a little tip that's coming in right now. And day training. What do you have for me, Frank?
Yeah, Mortimer just got a copy of the citrus crop report for the year. He's going to be reviewing it at 3 o'clock.
Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. Penny stock chaser, penny stock chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny.
PennyStockChaser.com.
I got a tip for you, Fez. I'm going to be talking with Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff.
Hey, Fezzy, I just wanted to let you know, man, I love Penny Stock Chaser.
I just don't penny stock chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny. A financial plan by Bernie Madoff on Wall Street.
Well, then you shouldn't do it, Fez.
I didn't do it. The caller was calling in.
Don't you have meetings about the way these things are supposed to go?
Yes, I do. And
you know what I'd love to do?
What's that?
I'd love to hear the next one.
I'm trying to get into...
We're all trying, Fez.
To do this the way I was told in the meetings.
Well, how do we do it? Differently in the meetings or in the same?
Differently. You bring up... callers bring up Bernie Madoff. People bring up Donald Trump. Yeah, none of that is in the copy I was given.
Well, I happen to have the opportunity to talk about some celebrities. And I think if I was Penny Stock Chaser, I'd want that in my spot. Here's somebody I know they'd be glad to hear from, Thurston Howell III.
All right.
Good afternoon. Lovey and I always have our money growing because of Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser.
All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
They like to get dirty information out.
On behalf of the band and myself, we hope we pass the audition.
Now, Penny Stock Chaser has a...
Is that what you really think, Fez?
Yes.
Well, because I have Fez's internal thought right here. Fez's internal thought. What can we do for you?
God, I really love Sleeves, and I really want Ronnie to keep playing that song.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. My internal thought. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
So just let me finish the commercial here for PennyStockChaser.com.
I will, and so will LeBron James. LeBron.
Yeah, you know, I made all my millions thanks to Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do-do-do.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
Hey, Fezzy, no, I'm not one to complain.
Right.
How long is your live read going to go on?
Well, I'm trying to finish
We promised them 60 seconds.
Yes, but there's...
It's over, my friend.
There's certain things I have to put inside that 60 seconds that I haven't put out yet.
I know what needs to go in there.
What?
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser.
I'm going to end up having to explain this to somebody.
Well, explain it to this person. Jimmy Buffett, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just want to say all my parrot heads go to Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do-do-do.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. Tweet.
I'm going to have to explain why the information they wanted out didn't get out.
Explain it to Sam Walton.
Hey, Fezzy, Sam Walton, founder of Walmart, calling from beyond the grave. My money still keeps coming in with Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do-do.
You get a hot stock alert from pennystockchaser.com, and this time it's BRYN.
I got one. You know who told me about it?
Who?
Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I got all my money in kryptonite thanks to Penny Stock Chaser.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street.
Here's Adam Lambert.
Yes, I don't need Penny Stock Chaser. I mean, I don't need ABC. I got a dick in my ass, and I got Penny Stock Chaser.
Oh, that's just stupid. That's just wrong.
It's not Adam Lambert.
You know what
It's got
that is?
nothing to do with pennystockchaser.com.
It's anti-gay.
The penny stock is BRYN, which has moved from 2.9. It has moved from 2.
Boring.
That's the hot stock of the day.
Penny Stock Chaser. Well, what's the hot hit of the day?
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. Tweet.
Why are you acting like a mannequin, Dave?
Penny Stock Chaser.
Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser.
The penny stock BRYN has moved from 2.9 cents.
Does that mean bring your own?
Ow, to 43 cents. That's a 1,382% gain since just November 7th.
Here's Abe Lincoln.
Hey, this is Abraham Lincoln. I'm on the penny, and I approve this message. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need
Hold on.
is a penny.
I just got a hold of the whale. It's Gecko. Gordon Gecko, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Buddies, in my last 7 deals, 2.5 million shareholders have made a pre-tax profit of $12 billion thanks to Penny Stock Chaser. Do-do-do-do.
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Not real bad. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. Now, I need to let people know that individual results may vary, and there's
Why?
Because not everyone is going to invest the same. Not every stock is going to react the same. Some of the penny stocks are going to go up. Some are going to go down. Some will go up and down and back up again.
Well, invest me in the ones that just go up and stay there.
So
get me like in balloon stocks. I want to invest in balloons and just have the bastard take off.
So individual results may vary. There is no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. And pennystockchaser.com always...
Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. Penny Stock Chaser, Penny Stock Chaser. All you need is a penny to strike it rich on Wall Street. All you need is a penny to strike strike it rich on Wall Street.
It's pennystockchaser.com. Submit your email address and get your free email notice from pennystockchaser.com. They always tell you to invest wisely. pennystockchaser.com.
Congratulations, Fez. Your little live read just took us all the way to the end of the show. I hope they're ready to pay 15 times more than they normally pay. And you will be talking to Mr. Steve Leeds about it. And you better have answers. 60 seconds. That's what you're supposed to get.
We are back. Dave, I got to ask you, as a star producer that you've trained me to be, and I wouldn't be here without you, so thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, you know what, Robert? I believe that discipline helps producers in a big way. And so my job is simply to coach you and get the best out of you. Folks, between breaks, he was yelling at me. He's saying, I quit. I'm out of here. That's the last fucking time. That's what he was doing. What were you?
I was, but to be fair, you started by saying, I am the Bobby Knight of broadcasting. I will choke you. You know how his story ended, Rob. Don't make me go out the same way.
I've already compared myself to Bobby Knight, you dumb idiot.
That's why it's a great comparison. It's believable, even though we actually were just
You can't compare yourself to Bobby Knight. Oh, you're saying you're Neil Reed, the kid who got choked.
Yeah, I'm saying you said you were Bobby Knight and went, I'll choke you. You know how my story ends.
See, if you had said you were Neil Reed, and then you would get back at me through getting me my ass fucking canceled, boom. Everyone would have loved you for the Neil Reed fucking thing. See, he was the victim in that. Bobby Knight, remember, he choked the kid. That was Neil Reed.
And you know why I didn't say Neil Reed, Dave? Because I'm not a victim.
Because what?
I'm not a victim. I'm just learning to be like you. But
and by the way, we're just jesting. Between the fucking breaks, we were having a lovely conversation. Sometimes I get riled up, and sometimes Robert riles me up. Okay, if you're going to judge me on that, this is not for the patrons. This is for all the other internet fucking weasels. Then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Once again, not for the East Side Davidians or the Dave Pound. For all the other weasels. Okay, go ahead, Robert.
No, you're spot on. And as that producer you've trained me to be, I got to ask, you said you had a moment of controversy you wanted to address later in the episode. I got my moment of controversy out. Many thanks to you, but did you get a chance to touch on that?
I'm glad you reminded me. I had forgotten completely. 100%.
That's why I learned from the best, baby. You're the master. Trying to be like you.
Because this is the live reads commercial episode. I will discuss one thing. I want to get too personal about it. But one of the most controversial things that happened to me was Fez did a live read for Pro Flowers, 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. Right? I think that was the name of the company.
It is the name of the company. This may even get to be its own episode someday, too.
No, because I can't go into, like I said, in ultra detail. You know, when you're dealing with an ex-wife, you can't go into it in ultra detail. There's no reason to it. Everything is good. The kids are at my house. They're at her house. Everyone is fine. So I just want to avoid any kind of unnecessary drama because I am drama-free Dave these days, if people don't understand. And Fez pulls me aside and said, the hell, what the hell is going on? People called up. There were people waiting on the phone bank. And they were saying Dave's wife at the time is shitting all over 1-800-Flowers. This was happening on the Ron and Fez message board. Yeah. I go, can I have one fucking easy day for my life? I give everything I have. I give everything I got to every company I work for. Can I just have one goddamn smooth day?
No.
Where and too often I get in trouble for shit that's out of my hands. If 908 fucking producers try to attack me, So I put a little feces on my fingers to defend myself, and I'm the one who gets suspended for a week. And it was a real suspension. And in this case, it's like, that was bullshit. And now I got fucking destroyed on this because someone's going into business for themselves on the website. And I said, look, I've got nothing to do with this, but I will call the person right now. I said, what are you doing? I said, that's a sponsor. That's a sponsor for the show that I work for. When I called her. And, I got a pushback at first. Well, it's America. It's free speech, I'm just giving my thoughts. I go, yeah. And your thoughts might get my fucking ass fired. And I'm the breadwinner here. Why would we be doing this? And then I got put in the doghouse.
Of course. You're in the doghouse by
I got in 2 doghouses. Ron and Fez got mad at me. And then the ex-wife gets mad at me for you have their side, not mine. I go, I have no one's side, or I have everyone's side. How about that? I have everyone's side in this stupid issue. When you're getting paid by people, don't shit on them. That's actually a really simple concept to understand.
Pretty smart.
No, it's not me telling you what to do. I'm not trying to be the telling you what to do guy. I'm just telling you, you're fucking with my job at this point. Everyone hated me for a week after that. And to this day, I've done nothing. Sometimes I wonder if people go, well, you know what? I shouldn't have been such a, I should have been a little kinder.
I got to tell you, I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes panicking and go, boy, I should have been a little kinder to Dave.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping that people do across the United States of America is whenever you wake up at night, in the middle of the night, it's not because you're hungry. It's not because you're in pain, you got back pain or anything else. It's because God is telling you to wake up and ask yourself, was I as kind to Dave as I could have been? Am I as kind to Dave as I can be? There are plenty of people who are. I want that to be on the record. There are a few of yous. There are a few of yous who aren't. Let's straighten that out. That's all I ask for 2025. Thank you.
You're kind of like a modern day Kris Kringle.
It's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. When I first got a beard, Ron and Mrs. B, I almost had a feeling like it might have been her nickname. Like she came up with it. They were calling me Young Santa. Because don't forget, not only would I have a beard competition at the time, I had a weight gaining competition at the time.
Ooh. And
so when I had the beard combined with the weight, they were calling me Young Santa.
Dave and Mac is coming to town.
Yeah, it didn't last long, but I didn't mind. I love fucking Santa Claus. I got one. Look at this.
Oh, I like it.
See, because the Christmas Story lamp, I'm showing the people, by the way, my apartment here, in case you're just listening to the audio-only podcast. The Christmas Story lamp is here year-round. Then I decided, you know what? I'm going to make that Christmas corner.
I like it.
And so what you're seeing is you got a little, there's the fucking guys from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
You got Santa Claus right there. And then that's a phone from The Simpsons that Bart used to prank call someone on Christmas.
Well, that seems perfect. And I like the reminder that death is inevitably coming.
Christmas corner. Don't you love it? A lot of people, I get very depressed when I have to take down my Christmas decorations. And I said, you know what? I'll have a Christmas corner just on the, that's it. It's 3 feet. It's got to be 3 feet by 2 feet with the lamp, with the little guys and the Santa. But boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what, it really makes me feel good.
That's all that matters. And what before we move too far from the controversy, isn't it true that particular sponsor was giving flowers for free to your ex-wife for a while?
Well, I mean, not.
And I apologize.
We were definitely given bouquets and shit for free, 100%. We had some floral arrangements. Like I said, almost all of the sponsors, they're gonna give you shit. If they don't give you shit, then that really is a sponsor where you should be like, what the hell is this? You know, we had a guy in my last radio job come in to talk to us about Jersey Mike's Day of Giving, in which one Wednesday every March, Jersey Mike's donates all of their money to like cancer or something. It's an incredible job, right? The guy comes in on the Jersey Mike's Day of Giving some Wednesday in March, and we give him 15 to 20 minutes about this whole ordeal, right?
Oh,
Robert, he don't bring in any Jersey Mikes.
It's a hypocrite.
I wish I was way more classier, but when the guy goes, "Oh man, I should have brought in some Jersey Mikes for you guys," I go, "Yeah, you should have." On the air.
First time ever the radio host has turned pro-cancer.
No, but I was really kind of like a little bit jarred that like you're coming from Jersey Mike's. I literally wax poetic about their roast beef sub. I love it so much. I get roast beef, banana peppers, oregano, and oil and vinegar. That's it. I don't need cheese. I don't need onions. I don't need shit. That's what I want on my fucking sub. But I do this with a nice Dr. Pepper and some salts and vins. That's Wise salt and vinegar potato chips. I call them salts and vins. And that's a beautiful
I called the
right
second half of the name.
That's a beautiful lunch right there. And the point is, I'm waxing poetic about this shit, and the guy just goes, "Oh shit, yeah. You know what? You've been like talking about our sub shop for like the last week. I guess I could have brought in some Jersey Mike subs for you, huh?" Yeah, you could have. You could have, Jim. You could have, Jim.
I feel your
This will be
pain.
the last fucking day your goddamn day of charity gets on the air ever again. I can tell you that much.
I feel your pain. One time I was doing a show at a bar. Nobody knew there was going to be comedy, and I was the last one up, so I was already pissed off. And like two guys before me, his whole bit was, I'm too good looking because I have cancer and nobody feels bad. So I just spent my whole set being like, yeah, dude, I'm rooting for cancer now. Thanks. First time in my life. So I feel your pain. When somebody crosses that line, even that becomes bad.
It's annoying.
Now, are there legal ramifications for when Fez is doing a live read and some of the claims we heard about carbonite, like it gets rid of your cancer, it makes your dick bigger, it cleans up when your baby shits itself.
No. And the reason why there's no legal ramifications was Fez was playing the proper straight man. And so if Ron goes, "Oh, it's going to, fucking cure you of cancer," Fez would always say, "Well, it won't do that, Ron." Or, it's going to make your dick bigger. No, that's not going to happen either. So as long as he says that and denies any of these insane claims that we're making, we're good to go. So, no legal ramifications. As long as the straight guy does his part, Fez did it every single time beautifully.
Which is why I think if you listen to all these in succinctness, as funny as you and Ron are, and let's be honest, it is you guys being brilliant, Fez is truly on Showcase as being the ideal radio co-host.
Man,
he crushes it.
Straight men make me laugh as much as the silly guy. The whole who's on third. Yes, we're all laughing at Costello freaking out. I'm laughing at Abbott too. He's fucking great. When it's done well, the straight guy gets as many laughs as the fucking wacky comedy guy. and Fez was hysterical on this, just being like almost feeling like he's in a panic. And maybe I never asked him. Maybe part of him was panicking because we were going so off the cuff into insane directions, But he always handled like a pro. Always was the straight man, and then so that made it good.
And the other thing I really like about Fez as the straight man is he doesn't have to make it about him either. Like he lets you guys shine and still gets his job done as the straight.
That's the straight man. That is the straight man. The shine's gonna go to the characters. You just sit there, you deliver your lines. Trust me, if you take your straight man thing well, oh shit. And don't think I don't do it. When fucking Andrew, Big A, does his insane speeches on the Davey Mac Sports program, they're crazy, crazy thoughts. I have to sit there, break it down, and just sit there.
It's
I've
a
had people
classic
like
comedy.
Pat Dixon says that's his favorite part of the fucking thing is my reactions. I listen. Andrew's the star of that thing. But my point being, we all do it. You all go into a straight man part, and if you do it, it's always good.
I couldn't agree with you, and it's something I'm working on every day, learning from you, being great. Now, those were all amazing, but truly, before we say, I said this before, the Penny Stock Chaser is my favorite. It has Sleeves, and Sleeves is truly one of the hidden gems of the Ron and Fez show.
And don't forget, we did a Sleeves episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, did we?
I believe we did. We had Sleeves on as well for a Davey Max Sports.
Was that for the Davey Max Sports program?
Maybe we should do a whole Sleeves episode. Maybe we could get him on coming soon. That's something we should probably hammer out. I like it.
Let's do that.
That's why you're the expert.
Or we just, repackage that. No, we can't do that. Yeah, we'd have to do a whole original show, and we will. But that's a good idea. Sleeves is gold. Sleeves is pure gold. I mean, his music is great. Like I said, I follow him on TikTok. I love his TikTok. A lot of poetry and shit.
He's one of the truly geniuses creatively who uses whatever medium's popular at the time to be great.
He's a great TikTok follow. I can't recommend him enough. He's fantastic.
So you have Sleeves, which is great. His song's great. It's catchy. It's the perfect jingle. Like it's
Always
an earworm.
The guy is a combination of Tom Waits and the fucking Beatles.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he's always able to find very catchy melodies and yet also have that whole weird aura thing going on. He's incredible.
He truly is. So you have Penny Stock Chaser, do. Then you have Fez being like,
that song is great.
This is the one where I hear Fez, and I think the first tip you might be able to see is Ron going, all right, Fez, you got one more to do. Just get through it like you don't care, which to me is a tip off like, oh, here we go. Right. Strap in. But then we even hear Fez being like, I don't think they're going to be happy with this read. But the way the callers jump in is just phenomenal. You have Bernie Madoff at one point being like, we made billions through Penny Stock Chaser.
All right. We got, in case people forgot, we never know if people forgot everything. Don't forget, for a while, especially in New York, and that's why we have to remember that, we're based out in New York City, and every time, and I always, got the New York Post, and every single time, for what seemed like months, Bernie Madoff was on the cover of the Post, as he had done a Ponzi scheme where he stole billions of dollars from people. One guy who he sold has had an effect on baseball history because he ripped off the Wilpons who own the Mets for hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's why ultimately that they just decide, fuck it. We can't afford big time free agents anymore because of fucking Bernie Madoff. We got to sell our team to Steve Cohen. And now Steve Cohen throws money more than the Steinbrenners do. And he takes my man Juan Soto. So it had a fucking huge effect. But Bernie Madoff was a real piece of shit. They made a movie based on him with Robert De Niro as Bernie Madoff on HBO. Oh, my Lord. I watched it. I thought, oh, my gosh. Oh, you, Bernie. Bad Bernie.
So the other person, almost kind of like The Simpsons, who called in was Donald Trump, who made his people billions, and LeBron James. And it's funny how like all those names are still kind of relevant today.
Yeah.
Now
Trump called in.
Trump. No, I mean the real Trump, definitely not a caller, just doing a pyramid. But it was fantastic. And Fez each time getting more frustrated and doubling down. And then you guys harassing him is truly great. But we were kind of talking about how obviously penny stock went away because it was fraud.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the Scorsese DiCaprio flick at this point. There was Penny Stock Chaser. This didn't seem like it made a lot of sense.
Not at all. But what I think is very funny is if you think about what's still relevant today, you've got Ozempic and all these miracle weight loss drugs, which is really kind of like Luminex. You've got
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin and all these like meme coins, the Hawk
Right.
Duo coin where people are pumping and dumping, which is pennies. And it's kind of like you're still fighting the same pieces of shit. And even then, you guys were telling us it was a warning. The only one that stayed relevant was carbonite, and it's actually good. Like it's something you need.
Okay, what is carbonite?
So do you know what like Google Drive is, where you could upload and have your files in a cloud?
Nope.
So okay, do you remember the fappening where all the celebrities' pictures were leaked when the cloud was hacked?
Oh yeah.
So like
the girl from two boxes of pizza in the city or whatever. What's her name?
Two broke girls. I forget. Cat something. Yeah, she was in there. Hope Solo is the one who did it for me. We probably shouldn't indict ourselves any further. But like, so they had it all in this cloud. But what Carbonite was like a secure, encrypted way to have your files. So if they had Carbonite, it would have never happened.
So it was a McAfee security thing.
Essentially, yeah, something like that. It backs up all your files, but encrypts it so only you can read them.
There you go. Get your fucking carbonite. Jesus Christ, what a product. I think we need it more now than ever with the goddamn phones and with the people, the countries spying all over us and shit like that. Now's the time for carbonite. So go get your carbonite, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, conspiracy theorist Rob says it's probably owned by the CIA, so they can just read whatever's on your phone. But hey,
I'm
works.
good with it.
Yeah,
But,
better them than us.
People are always worried about too much surveillance. I'm like, I got nothing to hide.
I do.
All you're going to see is a lot of puppets and weird clothing and wigs and sparkly jackets in my apartment or on my phone. Pictures of dogs and shit, and then stupid, my picture, my face photoshopped over Patrick Ewing's. Like, that's the type of shit that's in my. So bring it on, because I want to be safe. I might get some carbonite now that I think about it.
What I like to do is that it's a lot of comedy pics for me, and then dick pics, but like artistic dick pics. So like I have one where it's LaMelo Ball. So it's like my penis, but I draw LaMelo's jersey on it, and he's cheering.
Okay, stop it. Stop it. You're grossing everyone out. People are trying to have lunch. Ever since I brought up Jersey Mike's, people decide to make themselves a snack.
Well,
and now they're vomiting it up all over their laps. You have created a new Barforama a la Stand By Me with that fucking LaMelo Ball thing. No one wants to think about your testicle dressed up as an NBA player.
It's my dick. It's like my hard penis.
Well, then it's not a ball. His name would be LaMelo Dick. Then what you should do is put a little blonde wig on him and little bifocals and call him Andy Dick.
I'm gonna go. Hang on, no, don't. I'm not mad. I'm gonna just figuring out how I can get hard the fastest to send this out. That's brilliant, my man. I love it.
Well, I mean, you got to put LaMelo Ball. You have to put the basketball gimmick on the testicle because that's the ball.
Well, the balls are actually the shoes of his feet because it's LaMelo balls, and he's like pointing down at him with it. Like I draw arms on, and he's pointing down.
Why not have a whole roster? You got LaMelo Ball. He has a brother, right? Lorenzo Ball, or whatever.
He has Lonzo, who also plays in the NBA.
Yeah, so you have the Ball brothers and Andy Dick in front until we can find a different athlete or basketball player who had that kind of last name.
Well, I mean, there is Grayson Dick.
I'll tell you what, Johnson. You know what? It'll be Avery Johnson. It'll be easy. Johnson's like a dick. So we could easily come up with a basketball player with Johnson with the last name.
Well,
I just did. Avery Johnson's one.
We're getting dangerously close to a bit I do on stage, so we'll stay away from that.
But you brought up. Wait a second. Did you fucking just repackage a stand-up bit?
No. You were just getting very close with the Johnson last name. I was like, let's stay away from that.
Look at me, Davey Mack, the comedy hunter, is what they're going to call me. I'll find the comedy. Oh, look at Robert's doing the Johnson bit again. Oh, look at this. Now, Johnson means dick. Oh, watch him kill with this joke.
Okay. On that note, one last question before we get out of here. What was your favorite live read you guys ever did?
Well, Carbonite. Because you did the voices.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a fair answer. I just was curious.
Yeah, no, I mean, you picked the right ones. You picked the right ones. I can't remember the product, but when we were making fun of the way we had a guy from Brooklyn, New York called Mafia Life Chris call into the show, and the way he said tension, Tension, the way he pronounced it sounded like there was a D in front, because he would be like, there's a lot of dension in the Ron and Fez audience these days. Too much dension. And I think the dension thing came near a live read, or was around a live read, or that really came to fruition around the live read. But I got to be honest, I can't recall. It could have been a fucking Carbonite for all I know, but I can't recall where the and maybe that was just a bit. Maybe that wasn't a live read. So it's got to go to Carbonite. With all due respect to Luminescence, even though it's a great Who song, I'm sorry. And Penny Stock Chaser, come on. Come on.
One conspiracy question. The Infolocker was a live read you guys did for a while. Is it true that someone tried to hack Fez's stuff to prove that Infolocker didn't work, and that's where the identity theft came from?
Well, that would be amazing. I can tell you I have no idea who hacked Fez.
We almost had him, audience.
The fact that I was asked if I hacked Fez was crazy, and did start a this is definitely its own episode.
Yeah, it's its own episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just save this shit, because there are some wild times during this weird Ryan Johnson Knives Out type of mystery where everyone was being accused of hacking Fez. But I barely know how to work an abacus. You think I'm going to be able to fucking, do Fez's? I do Control-Alt-Delete. That's the only way I know how to fix anything on my fucking shitty 11-year-old laptop. So no, I don't know how to hack Fez, nor anyone else in the world.
If he did, we wouldn't be doing this like this. On that note, radio audience, make sure you're subscribed to the Patreon. Big things happening over there. We got some big plans in the works.
Oh, Manny, Mo, and Jack, make sure the patreon.com/EastsideDave. All this great content goes up there first. Exclusive content, bonus content, tiered content. Like I said, did a Davey Max Q&A for the $5 tier, so on and so forth. So thank you. And if you all already are subscribing on patreon.com/EastsideDave, thank you. And I would say share it with your friends and your family and your whatnots, and just keep sharing all these shows. Keep retweeting, keep liking, keep just spreading the word, because it really does help us out.
Absolutely. And if you have ideas for topics, let us know. Like, we listen. This was one of the topics people wanted, so we tried to get it done in a way that had enough content to satisfy everybody.
We've been getting tremendous ideas for topics right on these Patreon videos in the comments section that I personally do check. So if you have any ideas, you can email them to me at DaveyMaxShows@gmail.com, or streamline even maybe that process. Go right to the last Davey Max Tales from the Patreon, and in the comments section say, can you guys do an episode of this? Boom. I copy paste, I send it right over to Robert. That's how we work this thing. So your ideas are welcome. We know we have so many great topics already lined up, but shit, we didn't even necessarily think of the Super Bowl thing until somebody said, how come you guys did some great Super Bowl shit, and Super Bowl's coming up? We go, well, shit, we should have thought that. All right, let's do it. So we listen to you guys all the time. We listen to you guys. We love you guys. We thank you guys.
And that's all I have. If you want to see what I'm doing, check out my social media. Thank you for tuning in.
What is it?
Oh, Bobby Tamburo. Thanks, Dave. That's why you're the star.
You plug as well as Roy. I go at the end of every Davey Max sports program. Roy, do you have anything to plug? He plugged a gig that he did last Saturday. I'm like, the idea of promotion is to give people a heads up of something you're going to be doing in the future.
Well, hopefully when you guys are seeing this, I am in Austin, Texas. If you want to see me come to the
Woo! Now we're talking comedy. New comedy capital of the world is what I'm told.
No, that's always going to be the heart of New York City, where we're based out of, Doggy. On that note.
Well, you're based
out
of New York. I'm Jersey.
You're the star, Dave. On that note, good night, radio fans.
See ya.
Pussy and pussy. Giants Cape Fear. Eli's Max Katie gonna ruin your boat. Badly, Tom Brady. Break it down, Roy Schaefer. Come on.
It's a Davey Max Sports program. Subscribe on iTunes, Daddy, and listen on Sirius XM.
Wyclef Jean is from fucking Haiti. Gonna Fuji your shit. Tom Brady. Pirate says, ahoy, matey. Gonna walk the plank and fuck you, Tom Brady. With the Giants, damn Nick Coleman is 80. Fucking dagger your ass, Tom Brady. Woo! Yeah! Davey Max Sports program. You know what time it is.